What is up, Point Park Esports, anyone from Point Park and everyone outside? My name is Caleb Knox.
And I'm Alex Sears.
And we are going to be the casters today. We are first-time casters. This is our first time doing it. I've been in the program for about 2 years, Alex.
A few months,
but a pretty good few months. And so today we're going to be casting Valorant. And so, yeah, it's going to be a pretty exciting time. We're going to have fun watching this. Our team's going to do amazing. And this is going to be a ball.
Who are we facing today, right?
That is a good question. Who are we facing today?
University of New Hampshire, I think.
Exactly, right there.
Absolutely.
On the stream. I will say I mean, obviously, we are very excited to be playing the last regular season today. Right now, we are 1-5, 1 wins, 5 losses.
Yeah, that's pretty tough for our Valorant team, especially considering a lot of the Valorant team players have been really wanting to get these few extra wins to try to make a playoff run.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? Even if we don't make playoffs, that's okay. This is still very valuable experience for our players.
Absolutely.
It has been pretty interesting to kind of see how this team chemistry has worked and how these players have been trying to fit in with their roles since Sunseri and Habibi or Selzy took a step back. Princess Ari and Mona or To the Moon and Back have stepped up to fill their roles.
Absolutely.
And so I kind of feel like that has definitely thrown not a wrench into their plans necessarily for playoffs this year, but it definitely has introduced a new challenge. And I think Coach Sam has done a very well job of kind of navigating through this and especially kind of building this new team. And so we are quite excited to see where they head next year. But hopefully we can end this year with a bang.
Absolutely. I would love to get a big win over Tennessee here. So hopefully our Valorant players can come up with a big win, especially with team leader Creep. I think he can drive his team to victory as long as he keeps them together.
So it looks like we're going to be picking some maps here. Let's see what...
Looks like Tennessee is going to be picking first. Or is that New Hampshire?
That is New Hampshire, I believe.
My apologies.
Okay, they pick Icebox. Interesting. Interesting.
Icebox right off the first map. It's giving that vibe, that first win vibe.
Oh, absolutely. I could not have agreed more. Icebox is one of the maps that we've played on a lot and we are pretty comfortable on.
Absolutely. If Point Park Esports, if their Valorant team is really well focused on Icebox, they'll pick another map that they're really well focused on and try to get the easy win here.
Absolutely. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I forgot the name of that map.
Yeah, it's a hard map to figure out, especially for folks that don't play Valorant.
Let's see. I think it is Ascent, but I'm almost sure. But from what I have seen from past matches, it is Ascent. I was confirmed by our director.
Yep, confirmed by the director here.
This is also... Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
this is,
go ahead.
Also one of our very, very good maps that we play on.
Absolutely. I believe this was also the other map that we took that 2-1 win over, what was it?
Oh, Windsor.
Windsor, yeah.
Yes. So we're going to be pretty excited to see how this kind of rolls out for us and also to see what is the decider. Now, hopefully it doesn't go to decider, but you know what? That would make a very, very interesting stream.
I think getting to the decider is one of the best parts of the stream, in my opinion. I think, you know, giving one team one win, one team the other, and going down to sudden death, I think that's the best gameplay.
And we're going on to Pearl. Or no, that's Lotus. That's Lotus. That
Lotus
is Lotus
on decider. That's pretty good.
I will say, as well as making the stream very enjoyable to watch, I think Point Park Esports is also really good down the stretch.
Absolutely.
I don't think that they get tired, and if they do, it definitely doesn't inhibit them much. So I'm also very excited to see if we do get to the decider, how it goes there.
Especially with all the role players and all the players in general, they're really good when it comes to mentality and also team bonding.
Absolutely.
They're bonding with team. Get a little close-up on Clark here.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He has had to step into more of the duelist role this year from Sunseri, who was our absolutely incredible duelist, very mechanical and very good.
You know, switching to that duelist part, he had a pretty good game against Texas Tech.
Absolutely. He had his best against them.
That was the best game there. especially also in Texas Tech, to the moon and back. They had a good run as well. Both players looking to get their best games right now. You know,
I would hope to see that in the last game of the season, that they would actually absolutely come out and wipe the floor with this team. Now, you know, we can't always expect that they're going to beat every team in incredible fashion, but you know what? If it happens here today, I would absolutely love to see it.
I think that's a big step for Sam, Coach Sam, especially considering this team has come a long way, losing a lot of winnable games and a lot of games that we really should have won.
Yeah.
But if they do win today, I think that is a big step forward for this team, especially considering none of the members on the team are leaving this year.
Absolutely. They are all coming back, which is very good for us. It is, I will say, seconding off that, is that their experience, again, coming off with these games, whether they win or lose, is still very good in setting up for next year. And again,
absolutely.
Just because we didn't make playoffs doesn't mean that we're missing out on all this. Trying to think. That we're missing out on all this experience for the players as well, because they're still building team chemistry, they're still practicing, they're still scrimming, and they're still getting to know each other. And at this point of the season, I feel like, again, they are obviously way better than they were first starting out.
Absolutely. And if you really think about it, I mean, there's like, 6 games on the season, maybe 7. You know, then if they get the win here, that'll be 2 games out of the 7 that they played. What about next year? You know, next year where they 2 times that and they bring it up to 4 games out of the 7. That's a possible playoff run.
Absolutely. And I still think, compared to other sports, 6 to 7 games is not really a lot of time to kind of get to know each other as well.
Absolutely, especially considering this team is well newer to each other.
Absolutely.
But they're bonding together. Their team chemistry is really good, considering they've been like not very close, you know, especially with the older people leaving last year and the newer people subbing in.
That's what makes me very excited for next year, is knowing that these people are coming back, is that they have now 5 to 8 games under their belt, and that they're going to be playing well because they just have that team chemistry now. Now, of course, they can still improve mechanically through everything else, but even aside from that, team chemistry-wise, again, they're much better than they were beginning of the season, and going into next season, I'm very, very excited to see where they go.
We should have a discussion about the Princess Ari. A little bit of information from the other day. They're almost Diamond.
Really?
Yes, they're 2 games away from Diamond on competitive play. So I think that's a big step forward for Princess Ari, especially considering they have been a really big part of the team.
Absolutely. Along with Princess Ari, to the moon and back Mona as well.
Yes.
Because both of them have stepped up and filled the roles that 2 of our players that had to step back. They filled those roles pretty well, I would think. Pretty well, as much as anyone could.
And I think that has to do with team chemistry. I mean, those 2 practice on a daily basis together. Considering I every time I come into the lab, I see them play together for hours on end, 7 hours, maybe 8 hours a day.
And it's really cool to see kind of how these people interact with each other, because it's not like you have a huge team, like a 32-man roster like in football.
Oh,
how
yeah.
People can kind of butt heads and people get egotistical. But no, everyone here, they get along, they have fun, and they're building this team chemistry over time, and I think that's what's really kind of bringing them together.
And I think we also got to talk about their personalities together. I mean, there's a few, you know, personality differences between the 5, but I think the best thing that they all have is loving the game.
Absolutely. It's just really cool, again, like you said, kind of seeing them in and out of the facility just playing together, especially Mona, because this is her 2nd year here. And all of last year, she was a sub to our team, and she came to every practice, every scrim, every VOD review, and she was there and she was biding her time. And maybe she couldn't make that roster then, but she's on the roster now and she's taking every advantage of it.
And that's a team player.
Exactly.
That is really the definition of a team player. Someone who constantly goes to practices, constantly continues to grind on the, you know, may not happen in the first run, just like how baseball, like if you get redshirted the first time, there's always next time to make the JV team.
Exactly.
You know, and there's always, you know, next time to make the varsity team. And right here, we're seeing that with To the Moon.
And I think as well, like, again, that mentality brings a whole new kind of dynamic to the team, where someone who, again, not to say that we have anyone on this team or even on past teams, but someone who comes on a team expecting to be on and kind of bring that is kind of like toxic in a sense. But someone who's really worked hard, really just put their head down and wait to, get their time in the light, and they do, and they take advantage of it. I think that's really cool and awesome.
Especially considering if we're looking at all five of these players have been in that spot.
Exactly.
They've been in that situation, and now they're all on a team together. And they all have the best chemistry that I've seen in a while.
From the top down, for anyone who doesn't know, on the top, very top, is Coach Sam. He's the coach of our Valorant team. He, I think, got instated earlier this year. Later last year. Coulson in the blue shirt, he is cursed. Mona with the pink headphones, that is to the moon and back. Ari, who is sitting between Coulson and Mona, that is Princess Ari. Then beside Mona, second closest person to us, that is Creep. And the closest to us is Clark. And again, not to understate this, but all these players, again, through all these roster changes, has just played incredibly well. And even if they don't win games, that is valuable experience. That is valuable playing time together. And playing that is crucial, especially when, like, a roster playing a game.
And I really generally like the fact that Clark switched to duelist because he's now sitting next to Ryan, a.k.a. Creep, who is also a duelist for the Point Park University Esports team. I think that, being coached and being helped by Creep a lot of the times when they do practices, I think he's learned a lot, especially with Creep and with the rest of the team, how well of a duelist he can be.
I think Ryan, again, as well as last year, he stepped into more of a IGL role. And I think that is also very important for players to do because you really need a leadership role in that team dynamic. Not to say that he would be replacing a coach, for example, but as kind of a person to kind of rally the troops when stuff gets down, to really point out stuff, whether the other team's doing this or that, or to kind of switch up their strategies, I think is really important. I think Ryan really fits into that role.
Yeah, and keeping that energy up is something that he does best.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially when we're doing streams, if you can't hear in the background, he's screaming with his team to get hyped up, and especially after a really good win against Windsor, he did that a lot.
Absolutely. You got to love that dynamic from him because, that brings the personality out of everyone because, we've all played video games, whether competitive or not, rather in ranked or casual. When you're getting grinded down and it's really hard to kind of stay in the game, you put your head down, you're just like, whatever. But Ryan, he really brings the entire team back, and I think that dynamic is really important for him, and I think that's what makes him a really good leader for this Point Park squad.
Absolutely.
Should be getting started in the game here within the next 5 minutes, I believe, or relatively soon.
I'm hoping.
Although I am very excited to see. Our first map was Icebox. Our second map was Ascent, and I think our third was Lotus. I believe so.
Lotus, yes.
Lotus. And again, Icebox and Ascent, they both play very well. So I think, again, it is very good that we had gotten Icebox out of New Hampshire, because I think that was the map that we had done, that we actually won against Windsor, if I'm correct.
Absolutely, yes. Let's see here. How do you feel about this team that we're facing, New Hampshire?
So we don't really know a lot from these other teams, given that it's not like we will know all of the end roster beforehand, and it's kind of loose sometimes. But I think for Point Park today, obviously I think they're going to have to stick to their game plan. I think they're just going to have to play within the roles and then also adapt to the other team. Stuff that, again, you would also do in normal ranked or whether in a normal collegiate setting. But, again, I think they just really need to see how this other team plays, because I think that's where we really adapt is...
Just like what you just said there, maybe we go down 0-1 on the first game, but that's how we adapt and come back. We tend to, learn from the other team right off the bat and really generate a good gameplay in the second round.
Looks like we are going to be starting here within the next minute or so, because hearing Ryan going a little wild here. But other than that, I think, let's see.
Looks like we got a change over here. Gotcha. University of New Haven. We apologize for that little miss up. must have been a error on the director part.
Error on our side as well.
Yeah, error on
It's
our
all
side.
right. It happens. It's the last game of the season. It happens. Happens to
Yeah.
the best of us.
Absolutely, especially considering we are new casters. I mean,
That is true.
new casters, they'll mess up the first time, but it's always the first time that's the best time.
Exactly. Hang with us. And exactly like right here, that team dynamic that you can see outside, they're laughing with each other. They're not being cold. Like, that's what you want to see out of a team. You don't want to see people just kind of like nodding their head, whatever. Again, they're fist bumping each other. They're really sticking it with each other. And they're just, that's just what you love to see from a team. And it looks like we're actually getting on our icebox here.
Absolutely. We check on the other team. We are seeing usernames UNH Blizzard 707 Kudo, some type of dash.
I guess
And
we'll call them colon.
yeah, colon and ZWPLI.
Z-ply?
Z-ply. Okay.
Z-ply.
Call him Z-ply for now.
Let's see. We are going to be starting on defender side first. Clark going Jet on the duelist. Mona going with Viper. Coulson going Sova. And the Reyna pick from Ryan. Wow. Okay. And Killjoy from Ares. This is going to be a pretty interesting lineup.
Absolutely.
Wow, level 400. Oh my
I mean, we
gosh.
look on the opposite side for New Haven. We could see Jet by Blizzard, Sage by 707, Chamber by Kudo. See Viper by Dash, and Sova by Ziply.
Yes. All right.
All right, we're getting into some gameplay here.
This is the look of the map on Icebox. Everyone knows and loves. One of our very good maps that we play.
And I tend to like
well.
Icebox. It kind of reminds me of what's the word? Chili?
Like an Alaskan tundra.
Absolutely.
Looks like...
Kind of looks like we're like war with Alaska.
I guess so. Let's see. Mona setting up here on B site. Let's see. They probably look like in a split push here. Looks like they're just kind of prodding and seeing which way works best through B, middle, and A.
And I like the gun lineup, especially with Blizzard, Cursed, and Creep also taking silencers on their guns.
Let's see. Let's see how this shakes out here. 707 going to be moving up. Trying to wait and see. Blizzard trying to find anyone,
Yep.
gain some information.
Blizzard just chilling on the point right there. Going after Creep. He doesn't make contact.
Creep backs up. He's trying to see if he can peek him from a different angle. Z-ply
It's all
backs
about
up.
angles in this game.
Absolutely. Looks like they're just kind of killing time here, just waiting to see if they could bait out a switch onto whichever site.
Yeah.
Sova backs up. It looks like they're going to be going back through spawn, probably going through a B push here, but it looks like those three are going to be pushing up into mid.
Absolutely. We get some action between Kudo. Trying to see if he can get a peek on someone. Maybe Princess Ari.
Yeah, trying to get a pick early, but it looks like they're really not getting anything.
Yeah, it looks like they're a little scared to come into gameplay here.
Yeah, they're really killing a lot of time here. It looks like they're going for the B push, and Point Park is going to rotate at least 3 people on. So is Sova now.
All right. And Creep takes out Ziply, the first pick off Creep.
First pick of the game.
Absolutely, and that's a good start for Creep.
Looks like Blizzard's getting into a bout with Mona. Mona's
Yeah.
going to peek again. See if they can get the kill. It looks like they're
Looks like
planting
the
the spike now.
Yeah, Spike's getting planted,
Ryan
and
is-
the spike has been planted. Creep
Oh.
gets a double, and that's 3 kills for Creep, but Dash takes him out.
Gets picked off right now. It's a 4v2.
4v2. This is a good scenario for Point Park University.
Looks like
Curse gets
Coulson-
out Kudo
Wow.
to the moon and gets out Dash, and they will take the first game.
That was a very good first round. They didn't apply any pressure on New Haven, and they just let it happen because New Haven, they had to apply the pressure. So you know what? Stay back, see what they do. They wasted like 40 seconds off round,
Absolutely.
and they just let them push, and then, they're pushed in and end up well.
Yeah, and that's a good start for Creep, especially dropping 3 kills right off the bat.
Exactly.
You know,
You got a really good picks off the start, and that really kind of took a really big hit on New Haven there.
absolutely. We check the stats here. Creep got 3 to the moon with 1. Cursed with 1.
Looks like we're going through a buy already, which is very interesting.
A buy phase.
Looks like they're going through another kind of split push here. Not really, actually. Looks like they're going through another B push. E or Chambers trying to look for a pick, seeing if anyone's going to try and lurk deep.
Point Park has the advantage, especially considering they've killed everyone. So they have that advantage as well.
Absolutely, the gun advantage. It looks like they're going to be doing the same thing here on B, trying to get some
Can we
pick
get
here.
Can we get an early pick? Let's see.
Looks like Creep and Coulson are in the prime position to get a pick here. Ryan, especially near yellow crate. See if they push up. Ryan's pushing up here. Looks like he's trying to get a pick. He gets one
Creep
on
gets
Chamber.
a pick. Beautiful on Kudo.
Let's see. Creep's trying to look
Creep's
for another one.
backing
Backs
out.
off.
He's low health, so
Oh,
it's a good
that Silver
smart,
Dart goes
good
somewhere.
Good smart play. Ari gets a pick off Blizzard. Creep gets another pick on Zipline. Creep gets another 3 off 707. And Creep with a 4!
Wow, Creep with a 4K.
4K right off the bat. Creep is giving them no answers.
My gosh, he's really, really stopping them on defense here, especially on B site. Just sitting up there.
Absolutely, and this is looking to be one of his best games.
We don't want to call it early, but
it's looking like Windsor to me.
It is absolutely looking better than Windsor. At least to start.
Absolutely,
wow.
He is dropping 7 kills. They get a 1 kill by Ari there. Clark not on the board yet, but you know.
And you know what? That's fine. He's a late bloomer. That's all right.
Yeah, late bloomer. I mean.
He's especially an explosive player later in games, whether it's in the beginning or later in games. He's explosive. So when he gets on the board, he gets on the board fast.
Yeah, him and Cursed both really good clutch players, especially in the long run.
Absolutely. Looks like we're going to be pushing forward here onto A site. Chamber's still lurking in mid, trying to catch someone off.
Looks like Dash might try to get an early pick.
Let's see. Kind of biding the time here, just trying to wait to get that one pick out, trying to use a little bit of util, find out where they are. Access points.
Oh, and there goes Clark, but Curse takes Blizzard out. 707 with a kill on Clark.
Looks like Ryan is trying to peek. He gets one.
Ryan gets a dash kill.
Looks like Ryan is going to try and peek again. Creep.
There's some intel on the enemy team there on New Haven.
Looks like they're really not trying to push here.
Oh, and Zipline takes out Creep. That's a big disadvantage for Point Park.
Makes this a 3v3. They're still pushing on the site. Killjoy, Mona on B side, trying to wait and see if they're going to switch, but it looks like they're not with 40 seconds left. Oh, actually, they are. Wow. They actually are going to go switch to B side here. Maybe it is smart for Mona to stay.
I mean,
Mona's looking through mid, trying to see. Oh, wait. Maybe they're faking
with
the
a
switch.
flank.
Oh, wait. It's Ari, not Mona.
Possible flank by Ari.
Whoa. Looks like they're reinitiating on A site.
Zipline.
Zipline
trying to get a peek on Curse.
Gonna run into Curse here. Curse gets the peek. He gets a little bit off of them. Trying to shave him.
And Curse gets Zipline. Moon with 707 out. And Kudo gets cursed out.
Mona might finish this right here. He has to go for the plant right now. Mona's gonna be rushing.
Kudo's gonna try to plant. Ari into the moon.
Ari is coming in his back. He shaves off a lot of armor and hit points off of him. Looks like Ari's gonna meet him first. See Ari peeks.
Oh, Kudo takes an elimination on, and to the moon with a beautiful kill on Kudo. You know, that's tactic right there, with Princess Ari and Kudo being at the end right there. Both really good on chemistry. Like I said back earlier, them playing for 7 to 8 hours a day, I think that's they're really good when it comes to team chemistry, and right there it just showed.
Absolutely. Ari just kind of sacrificed herself, just trying to get a little bit down or even get the kill, but you know, Ari didn't. And then Mona just came in, swept it up, and cleared the round, and that really gave Point Park that 3rd round win already.
And we check the KD right here to the moon with 3. Curse with 3, won by Princess Ari.
And Creep is buying the op on round 4. This is going to be interesting. Creep, my bad. He is very, very crazy with the op. So seeing this is. He's going to try and do something here.
It's huge for Point Park.
Absolutely. Looks like Chamber here is going to try and see if we can get a pick off on A site. They're slowly pushing 4 into B long.
You know, with Creep with the sniper rifle, I've seen him do some nasty things.
Absolutely. He's waiting on this downside. Oh, and he gets the jet. He gets the pick.
He gets the Blizzard out, but Kudo takes out Clark. So both jets down.
Looks like they're going to be rotating to B. Chamber looking into mid. Sova drone into mid as well from Curse, although didn't find anything. Looks like they're going to be backing out, actually.
Yeah, it does look like they're a little scared of this Point Park University defense.
Let's see. They might be kind of searching through mid to see if they could get a pick. Chamber pushing up into mid with his ult.
Kudo trying to get in a little close to
He kind of get caught off guard by Curse here.
And he takes out Cursed.
What a flick by Kudo onto Cursed.
Absolutely.
Wow.
That was a beautiful play by Kudo.
It looks like now that they know Point Park, Creep, and Mona trying to rotate with Ari onto A side. Ari's all alone. Ari's just trying to wait and see if you get Kudo off guard, but looks like he's not going to drop. Ari's trying to swing out, trying to see if he can get anything.
And Kudo gets a 3 onto the moon. Princess Ari, Kudo with 4. Is it a possible ace? No, Creep takes him out. No ace for Kudo.
This looks like
Unfortunate.
Creep is trying to do the clutch here.
Yep,
see
Creep
if
with
we
a
can do.
1-on-2 scenario.
Ooh, he sees the Sage down low. Drops bottom.
Yeah, he sees the spike. He might go for the spike instead. Oh, he might go for the ninja defuse.
He's trying to go for half. He gets half.
Oh, but Ziplie with a beautiful shot with the
Gets
pistol on
ball
Creep.
bent. That is unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. That's one win for New Haven.
And you know what? If that's a round to drop, that's fine.
And
I'm absolutely fine with
and
that.
applause to Kudo. I mean, kudos to him.
He got a 4K that round, especially with his chamber. That was absolutely insane, especially on the flick on mid on Curse. That was insane.
It was brutal. We can definitely tell the team leaders here, Creep and Kudo.
Let's see.
Maybe we'll see a legendary battle today against them too.
Let's see what they pull out here, since they know their B defense is very good. Looks like they're going to be probing it again. Sovadrone going on, see if they can find anything. See Jet, Sage pushing up through long, just kind of biding their time. They are playing a little bit more aggressive now, not as shy as they were earlier in round 1 and 2. Shooting through Viper Wall, just trying to see. It looks like they're all committed through B, although our Jet, lurking in their spawn.
And it seems like Creep takes out Ziplie. That's a beautiful pick on Creep's part.
Definitely fools their plans here on B, although it looks like they're going to still try and keep.
Oh, and Creep takes out another. Blizzard's out of here. Oh, and there goes to the moon, Kudo. Creep with a third, though. He takes out Kudo.
Looks like here Jet is going to be flanking here. They
Creep with 2 more
will
kills.
absolutely catch him off guard.
Possible ace here for Creep.
Jet is going to find them. Jet's going to find them.
Oh, and Clark takes out both of them. 707 and dash. Fall to Clark.
Beautiful lurk by Clark here, just going in the spawn. They were not expecting that. The one round they do not have anyone watching for any flankers, they get absolutely watched.
And that's the one thing that you said about Clark. He comes out of nowhere.
Exactly. Right there on the flank. He's just really explosive, and again, when he gets on the board, he gets on the board.
Yes, and we check the kill/death ratio. 13 by Creep, 3 by To the Moon, 3 by Curse, 2 by Princess Ari, 2 by Clark, and the rest is history.
If Clark keeps up those kind of plays, that's really going to put a thorn into New Haven's side, because they're going to have to commit someone on the lurk, waiting for that. It looks like they're going for a heavy push here on A. Only people on A right now are Ryan and Cursed, kind of waiting for them. So is Jet. Jet is putting a very tight angle. Clark,
Creep,
waiting to see if he can really pick off anyone. So is Ryan.
Creep is really good with picking off people, especially right at the beginning. Ooh, try to get a nice pick off there by Clark.
This one's on zip lines.
707. Oh, and Blizzard takes out Clark. And Ziplie with Creep. That's 2 of their best players down.
Curse can take out the Jet. Ooh.
Oh, and there goes Curse. Dash takes out Curse. Oh, and Princess Ari takes out Kudo. Blizzard, though, takes out Ari. It is To the Moon with the clutch. No, Dash takes out To the Moon, and that's a win for New Haven.
Wow.
That's a really bummer right there. I think they really changed something up strategically there to take that win.
I think they were playing much more aggressive here. I don't know. That's just a very well played round.
Possibly doing the same strategy we do on first rounds, where they take strategic plays, see what the other team's all about, and then
Absolutely,
go
just
almighty.
play and adapt. Yeah, they have adapted so far, winning the past 2 rounds. Let's see if Point Park can kind of get back on the saddle here, not let them to start any streak. Chamber still lurking mid.
It's a pretty close game.
Looks like Jet runs into Chamber and kills Kudo.
Clark is taking out Kudo. That's their best player down. And Blizzard takes out To the Moon.
Now it's a 4v4, 2 people on site.
Good pick.
Ari and
Good pick by
Clark.
Blizzard.
Clark is going to run into this Jet. Swipes out, smokes. Let's see. That Viper Wall's going to drop.
707 Spike Plant.
Clark's going to push up into here.
Oh,
Doesn't get
and
the kill on
Blizzard
Blizzard.
takes out Clark. That's a big thing for Blizzard there.
Looks like Ari's going to run into Blizzard again.
Oh, and Ari gets eliminated by Blizzard. 2 more kills for Blizzard's ace.
Let's see if
Can we see it?
Ryan and Chris can trying to. Oh,
Blizzard with 4. He's looking for that ace.
Ryan with 1v4. It's probably better for him to save, but he's still going to play.
Oh, he takes away the ace and kills Blizzard with a shot.
Looks like
Oh, and he takes out 2. 707 down.
Ryan.
Can he make a 4? Can he make a quad kill for himself?
No, he's going to save the round, and you know what? That is the smart decision there.
That is a smart decision, considering they are already up by 2.
Exactly. He's going to kill 2 of them, get rid of their guns, and they're going to have to buy again, and you know what? He's playing it safe, and you know what? I'm completely fine with that.
I am completely fine with that as well, especially considering he is the team leader.
Exactly.
He knows exactly what to do and when to do it.
Exactly. And so it's not every round that you would want to clutch. Where in this round, I mean, absolutely, if you clutch, you still get your gun and you still get the spike defuse and you win the round. That's fine. But honestly, it outweighs that here where it's a 2v1 and you can still beat them, but again, you're going to have to buy next round and maybe you don't, again, have a bunch of credits to really do that. And then on top of that, it's just you lose the round. So it's really a lose-lose there. So honestly, I'm fine with him pulling out.
Yeah, especially considering Creep is definitely somewhat of a credit collector. I mean...
Absolutely. Deck collector.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comes in when you don't expect them.
Right.
Looks like they're going to be a full push here on A. Kudos looking for the...
Get a fast pick. Let's see.
Flank.
Oh, and there goes Blizzard takes out Clark. That's a fast pick right off the bat. Blizzard doing everything he can to take out
Looks
Point
like
Park
Ari's
University.
Rotating into mid. See if they can pick off.
Oh, and there goes Creep. Creep takes out Blizzard.
Still pushing 3 onto mid.
Kudos.
Kudos.
4 on 4.
Chamber moving up into mid. Ryan is going to run into him and get destroyed.
Takes out Creep. That's a big loss for Point Park
Looks
University.
like they're rotating into mid here. Let's hope Ari knows if they're going to rotate. They did pop Viper ult on A. Wow, it is going to be going on to uncontested to B unless Ari knows that Chamber's going to be there, although I don't think Ari does. No, they don't know. Although they do know that they are going to be rotated onto B now, but that's way too late. They're going to be planting the spike. They have full control of the site at this moment.
And Dash plants the spike. Ooh. Oh, and there's some problems for Point Park University. The spike is planted.
It's going to be a very tricky situation. It looks like they're going to run into each other, and Ari gets the pick on Kudo.
Ari takes out Kudo.
Let's see. 707 kind of sitting back towards yellow crate. They did not get the recon dart in time, so they know exactly where they are. Trying to kind of force them out, and it looks like they did. Looks like Ari's going to be pushing up.
Ari's going to try to defuse, so is Cursed.
Oh, Zfly kind of forcing his ult here onto Spike, although they're off the Spike.
Oh, and Dash and 707 get a pick right off the bat. And there goes Dash. Dash taken out to the moon. Big win for New Haven there.
Very unfortunate sequence of events there. Even though we did give up sight there on B and we did use Viper on A, Viper ult, I feel like we really could have taken that sight back easily because we forced them out of yellow crate, and I think we really could have gotten it down. It just, those duels didn't shake out the way it did.
Yeah, I think they gave them too much time to adapt.
Absolutely. I think we still need to see Point Park kind of come back here and, again, not let New Haven run away with the game. Even though we're 8 rounds in, I still think you can't let a team get a streak on. I think that's what New Haven's got. Looks like they're going to be putting into B long. Creep here, sitting with the Marshal, trying to wait for a pick here. Looks like he's going to peek.
Ooh,
he almost
possible
gets
pick. No, but Zipfly takes out Creep. What a pick.
Ooh, Zfly stuck in the poison. Gets tagged there a little. So again, they're going to be pushing the B. Jet, really aggressive.
Oh, and Curse takes out Blizzard. What a shot with the pistol.
Absolutely. Again, it looks like they're going to be playing it safe here. They're trying to move away from Curse. Oh, he does tag Sage, but
and Curse gets 707. He's out of here.
Zfly trying to play around the cloud, trying to see if he can get a pick off. Gets Mona.
Yeah, gets to the moon. She's gone.
Gets the spike down.
Yeah, spike is landed. It is a 3-on-3 situation. Definitely in New Haven favor.
And they have the Killjoy down. That does put him out of range. Let's see what they could do here. See if they can, looks like, attempt to defuse, trying to get them out.
And Curse gets a 3. That's Kudo gone.
Kudo gone. Let's see if he can.
Oh no, Dash. Zipfly takes out Clark. Dash takes out Curse.
Last one is Ari. Looks like he's going for the fake defuse. He doesn't know Zfly's over on the right. Trying to kill Viper. Misses on Zfly.
Oh, Princess Ari takes out Zipfly.
Right now.
It's the Viper. Viper's trying to check. Trying to waste time. Does Princess Ari have it?
Does Princess Ari have it? No, she
doesn't.
She doesn't, man.
She does get the clutch off, but unfortunately it was not in time.
Unfortunate events by that.
I will say again, I think New Haven has really adapted to the Point Park strategy here. Right after Spike, they really wasted a lot of time with that Viper Cloud. Really killed a very, very precious time Point Park needed. And especially that Viper not immediately swinging onto Ahri, where, again, if that Viper died, Ahri would just defuse the Spike and it would be fine. But it really bided their time and forced Ahri into a very tough situation and into a clutch, which did happen, but unfortunately not the defuse of the Spike.
Especially considering New Haven seems to be tearing down the teamwork that Point Park likes to go by. But Clark takes out 707 right away.
Clark really pushing up onto there.
Yeah, Clark went fast on that maneuver, but he moved out.
This is what we love to see, explosiveness from Clark, trying to shake up the play here, trying to make something different here.
Trying to change up the scenario.
Exactly. This is exactly what we want to see from Point Park.
And that's the best thing about Clark.
Very, very explosive. Looks like they're going to be soft pushing back into B now that they kind of have it down.
I think Creep knows, though, as he's also pushing over to B.
Exactly. He's really searching for that information, trying to see. Looks like he's going to be looking down and along. If Sovadrone did not spot the Reyna. Looks like, oh, maybe, okay. Looks like Creep popped his ult. Let's see if he can pick off the Jet here. Jet is probably going to dash. She doesn't know if he does not there, so they're really waiting for him to peek. Waiting for a lineup from
I don't
Viper.
think they have any idea where Creep is.
Oh,
as he takes out Kudo.
Wow. Gets the pick off Kudo. Looks like he's running the Jet.
And Blizzard takes out Creep.
Clark just sitting up top of box, trying to see Blizzard trying to find the next victim.
It is a 4-3.
Finds Clark, but Clark finishes him off. Ahri.
And Ahri with a beautiful kill at the end. Zipline Dash could not take out Ahri, and he gets the double.
Very, very good team play there, playing around each other. And again, this is, again, what we needed. Just playing something different, something that they don't expect from the very beginning of the round. Clark just immediately going out super aggro, trying to get that pick. Almost got the second pick as well. Did tag them. And it looks like they're taking a timeout. They are taking a timeout.
And we're going on timeout.
Wow. That is a very fun game to watch already.
Absolutely. I think Creep is doing very well, especially with getting really close-up picks. I mean, the Duelists are doing great.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think their team chemistry right now is through the roof.
I'm still very confident that Point Park can pull it out, especially after that last round, where it did look like they were kind of going back to their old ways and just kind of like playing the game, going through the motion instead of really imposing their will onto the match.
Yeah.
They really tried something different and it really worked out. And Ahri and Creep really played around each other very well at the very end of that round, getting the 3K between each other. And I think that really worked out for us in the end there.
Yes. All right, and it looks like we're going back in.
Very excited to see where this next round goes because New Haven's going to have to respond. Maybe trying a new strategy, maybe trying to do what they still do, see if it works or not.
I don't know about that. I mean, it looks like Point Park with that strategy they just pulled out, they might have stopped it.
Ryan, wow, Creep going 17-7.
It's only been 10 rounds in
10 rounds.
We got a lot of rounds to go.
4 pushing up through mid. Looks like they're going to go into B side here. Ahri's going to run into the Jet who has their all popped out. Ahri not peeking it, but the alarm bot's triggered. Trying to peek.
Oh, and Ahri gets one.
Gets a pick on Sage.
Ahri gets 2.
Oh,
but Dash takes out Ahri.
Unfortunate.
Dash takes out Creep as well. What a play by Dash.
Wow. Dash is really coming out.
Oh, and Zipline takes out To the Moon, so it's now a 2-3 situation. New Haven
right now we got
on top.
Clark and Cursed on the flank here. I don't know if they're really on the flank or they're really coming from their spawn.
Oh no, I don't think
they are planning the spike. But
yeah.
Clark, he's got to peek fast now. If he does, he get a pick here, and he does.
Clark and Curse get out Kudo and Dash. And Clark with a beautiful kill on Swiftfly. Wow. They take the win.
And Clark gets the dash kill off on him. Wow.
That is I mean, those two, when it comes to those two, they are the definition of just being outright the best.
Absolutely.
When it comes to clutch situations, and right there you could tell.
It's so fun again to watch Clark, to watch any of these people, just to watch Clark again throw a wrench into these guys' plan. Because again, they already have to worry about Creep and him just being so strong mechanically, but also again having to worry about Clark coming from the flank, coming from literally anywhere on the map. It feels like they're paranoid all the time.
Yes.
And it's so exciting to see how Clark is really messing with them right now.
And I mean, any team in esports, I mean, they're allowed to watch the stream. They're allowed to look at, you know, our team effort here, and they're allowed to look at like what our strategies are. And I think with the switch up on Dolus when it comes to Clark has really put into everyone else.
Looks like creep on the op again. They know that he's there. He has to back off. Does get tagged a little bit with the Reyna eye out. 2 Reyna's out.
Creep is scared out of his mind, jumping away like that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't doubt that they'd be scared out of mind with
Oh,
creep
they
with
throw the
op.
poison out. Gets a little bit of
They do
damage
get the
on.
stage wall off though. Looks like they're going to be planning spike here in the next couple seconds here. And then now planning.
There's
Clark
dash.
gets the
Clark
peek
gets
off.
1.
Clark gets 2.
On Blizzard. 3. Clark going for the ace.
Clark with the ace.
Oh, he got the ace.
Oh my god!
Clark with a beautiful ace and to the moon gets the diffusion off.
He's a monster! Oh my...
Like I said, Clark with the switch of the duelist. He is the best now.
This is what I'm talking about. He is explosive. If he wants to, he could completely take over a round just like that. Wide peaks the ice wall. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely
That
wild.
play right there just made me speechless.
just made me scream. Oh, Clark.
Clap to Clark there, man.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
This is looking to be one of his best games.
Oh, look at that little smile he has.
Oh yeah, he knows what he did.
He
was
knows what he
beautiful.
did. Oh, I mean, I would be smiling like that too. My gosh. What a beautiful play from Clark. Again, those explosive plays is like what really defines a match. And again, imagine that happening to you. How do you come back from that? You don't.
Absolutely.
It lingers with you.
Yeah, you know that one of those players, you know, someone who just came out of nowhere, you know, and just joined into the Point Park Esports, you know, program and tried to, you know, get into the Valorant team, all of a sudden is acing your whole team?
Looks like we're on attack now. We're going to be hard pushing A. Jett trying to see if they can get the peek off here.
Yeah, it looks like we have...
Looks like Clark is going to run into their Silva, gets the pick, although their Jett gets a pick on our Viper on Mona.
Yeah, Blizzard to
Clark
the
waiting for the Sage. Sage to peek. Clark gets the pick off, but he doesn't know that their Jett is still there. Looks like our... Whoa.
Blizzard gets a triple, kills Creep and Cursed.
Oh. This is really...
It is a 2 to 3 situation. Blizzard takes out 4. Can he go for the ace?
Let's hope Ari can clutch this, although I don't think they know that Ari's going to be pushing from mid. Looks like Dash...
Oh, but Dash knows all and takes out Ari. That's a win for New Haven. I mean, that right there, I mean... Like we said, you never come back from that ace situation, but right there, I mean,
you know
they
what?
just answered back.
I'll give it to them. They did answer back. They did answer back, and you know what? That's how you know that we are also versing a very good team, or that a team that can adapt, a team that, you know what, doesn't take everything to heart, and they know, okay, we could come back and we could play this and we can still win. And that's what makes these matches so enjoyable to watch, and especially just to watch these players develop.
Absolutely.
Looks like we're going to be pushing 4 into mid here.
We have
Very
switched
slow.
back. We have switched over to attacker now.
Yes. Kind of biding our time here. Looks like Ryan's going to be pushing up creep, waiting for it to go off cooldown. It does. Goes through the Reyna eye. Maybe he doesn't.
I don't think they know. Oh.
Now they know. They're really pushing hard through mid.
Oh, Dash gets
not gonna-
Dash gets 2. Clark and Curse gone. Creep gets 1 though. Gets on Ziply.
Trying to see if he gets another pick here. He doesn't
Dash.
get peeked by the Viper.
Dash with 3 now. Dash is really... Oh, Blizzard takes out to the moon.
Looks like Ari's on last here.
Yeah, back to this scenario. Ari
gonna
being the
be
last.
Very, very tough situation to play from.
Absolutely.
4v1.
I mean, this is a really
Still
ugly
on pistol.
scenario. I mean, they've gone 2 rounds as attacking where they haven't had an answer.
Looks like she's really trying to kind of play it different here. See if she can get a pick here. And the Viper.
Oh no, but Dash drops 4 on Point Park University. 7-7, we're back up to tied.
That is tied.
Yeah, well, 0-0, people.
It is a very unfortunate 2 rounds. I wonder how Point Park's going to kind of adapt here, because we played super aggro into A site and then super aggro into mid. Wondering...
Well, I mean, you gotta really pay attention to the attack and defense switch. You know, now they're attacking here and they're defending.
It is a whole different game.
It is a whole different game.
Yep.
You know,
Trying to see how Point Park reacts to this and see how they're going to play it here. Looks like a couple are going to be pushing to mid here. Sova trying to see if they could get any information here. Back off a little bit. Line of sight is cleared by the Viper Cloud.
Yep.
Jet trying to see if they can pick off the other Jet.
Creep is backing up here.
See them. Sova, Curse can almost pick him off, but is not able to. Their Jet playing.
Ooh, trying to take out the drone. Zipfly.
Right here.
Misses
like
the drone completely.
Viper Wall blocking off the line of sight. It's unfortunate. Mona pushing softly into B side with Creep.
I don't know if she knows that Kudo's there.
Especially with that shotgun. That shotgun, high rate of fire, a lot of damage. It's very dangerous up close. And if they don't know that Chamber's there, that's going to be a very big problem. Looks like they're all going to be rotating to B. Looks like
Kudo's
New Haven
moving up
knows that too. He's blinded. He's able to get out with 5 health. Wow.
What a maneuver by Kudo. Just being able to escape like that, that's huge.
Clark trying to find a peek here, see if he can get anyone. Trying to find some Muto with these darts. Clark doesn't know if Kudo is all the way back.
Kudo back up to full health.
Oof, that is not good.
30 seconds left.
Looks like we're going to be rotating back into A. I don't know if they know this now. Clark just trying to stay back, see if he could kind of catch anyone off aggro, but it looks like they're going to be way pushing an A, although I don't know if they really know, but now looks like they do know some people are on A. They're going to have some pushback. Blizzard does get the pick off Mona, although it gets stopped by the Viper Cloud.
Yeah, they're going to have to
for the
plant.
second Mona, or Ari trying to go for the plant.
No, doesn't get the plan off. I think time is run out. Oh.
Clark gets the pick off 707. Looks like he's going to be on the flank.
Spike has been planted. What a beautiful
Clark knows
last minute
there's someone
spike
behind.
there. Oh, and Dash takes out Clark. It's a 2-on-2 situation. Kudo and Dash.
Looks like Creep is trying to see if there's anyone up top
Here.
on Bleach.
Reap and Cursed.
He's trying to wait, playing his time here. They don't know he's behind that box. PP's right there. And
Creep takes out Kudo.
1 health.
Oh, it takes out 2 people right there, and he gets a triple for the game.
Very well played by Creep there. And that's, again, that's where like that skill and those mechanics come from Creep, where he doesn't have to immediately like swing. He doesn't have to play these ego challenges. He just sits behind the box. He waits his time. He plays it. Gets the kill. Gets his health from him. You know, finds the other person back in mid, kills them, and boom.
Yeah.
And it looks like we're going to be going into another timeout from New Haven.
I mean, really, typically, come on. How do you feel about that box situation right there? I mean, do you ever think that someone's just going to hide behind a box?
Exactly. I mean, again, it was perfectly played by Creep there. I mean, again, they're not going to be expecting that because they are expecting Creep, who's the person with the most kills on the leaderboard for both teams.
And the most experience, considering he's immortal.
Exactly. That he's going to be playing these ego challenges. He's going to be directly challenging. He's not just going to play it smart. And Ryan said, no, I am. I'm going to outplay you, and he absolutely did.
Yeah, I mean, anything to get his team to victory.
Oh, yeah. Now, looks like we're going to be 10 seconds on the timeout here. It's going to be interesting to see how both these teams are going to shake up their strategies, because now it's wildly different from how it was just a couple rounds ago, where they answered very quickly back onto their ace from Clark with almost their ace of their own, and now it's just kind of going back and forth.
Absolutely.
It's going to be very interesting to see.
And we go back into it. 21 kills by Creep. 15 by Clark. I mean, Clark is like, what, 2 kills, maybe 3 kills away from his all-time best?
Yeah. I wouldn't say, not all-time best, but this regular season best.
Regular season best. I mean, and that's a big accomplishment.
Absolutely.
I mean, we check out Windsor, that match right there. Creep, you know, that's hard, getting 36 kills.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how Creep does it. I mean, you know, I play this game. I play for fun, but, like, this guy is just different. He's just him.
I mean, the definition of the chosen one.
Absolutely. Looks like we're going to be biding our time here, just kind of wasting time and seeing. Maybe trying to fake the push here. Playing really slow. Looks like Mona and Ari really sitting back, trying to wait for the flankers, seeing if there's anyone lurking.
Holding angles.
Exactly. Creep trying to see if they're going to peek anything. Looks like they're not. Sova, Curse, is trying to go out. Looks like Creep is going to be popping his ult here. He's going to be ego challenging here. Let's see if he can really get something. If there's going to be anyone that gets a pick here, I'm going to put my money on Ryan.
Oh, 707 takes out Clark. Creep takes out 707. Good trade there.
Creep kind of stuck on an island here. Trying to wait for Kudo to push him, but Kudo gets him.
Takes out Creep. That's a big
30
loss.
Ball drops Curse. He's going to be looking at someone. Moda gets tagged.
Oh,
Curse
Zipfly.
gets dropped by Zipfly.
Zipfly with the kill on Curse. That's, I mean, what do you have? Who is it? Ari and To the moon.
Ari and Mona.
Let's see if this 7-hour gameplay works out for them.
Looks like they're going to be playing a very soft here. It looks like they're not going to be playing the spike, just kind of buying their time.
I think they're gonna save it.
Absolutely, they're going to say. I mean, you know what? I'm absolutely fine with that.
I'm okay with that as well. Considering that, we'll put that back to 8-8. We are tied again.
This game just more and more layers of the story is just adding on.
And generally, like the story, like what is the story?
Story of this game so far? I mean, I don't think it's what we thought. I don't think it's going to be a stomping. I don't think it's been that at all. I think it's been very back and forth, and how we kind of mentioned that Point Park, they really had to play the game of adaptation. They're really good at that. But so is New Haven. And so you're kind of seeing like this evolution of, again, like these teams adapting to each other back and forth to try these new strategies, and that's just so incredible to watch, and just how the team play works out.
Absolutely. I think there's always a story when it comes to every game. I mean, and every player, especially this 5-stack with Point Park University. I mean, really, you got to say Clark, the comeback kid, Creep, the leader. I mean, they all got their story,
Looks like they were faking the super aggro push on the B with a Viper wall and all this sound, but maybe they're going right back on A.
Oh, and
right now Kudo's super pushed up. Mona might get the pick. Mona does get the pick on Kudo.
Yeah, Kudo out.
Huge pick on A. Looks like they're going to be rotating back on a B.
That is a huge pick for to the moon.
Sage and Sova, seeing that, they might get a little worried.
I mean, one of their best players taken out by To the Moon like that.
That is no small feat. That guy is also very good. Clark with his ult out, trying to peek, see if he can get anyone. He's going to be going up against Dash. See if he can get the peek off.
And he does
get, wow.
Clark with a beautiful pick off on Dash.
You asked me to react faster. I could not. My gosh.
Creep with the spike plant. I mean, could this be, could we see 9 and 8 here?
Honestly, I would love to. This is a very good position for Point Park to be. I mean, New Haven is not putting any pressure at all. They're really buying their time, and they can't really put pressure a lot.
I mean, we possibly could be seeing a save here.
Absolutely.
I mean, three people saving at the same time, that's huge.
And it looks like they're still trying to buy information, but no, it looks like they are going to be saving here. And I think Point Park is going to start to know here in a moment.
Ari might come.
It looks like, yeah, Ari is trying to lurk, and now they do know that they are going to save, and they're going to back up and save as well. It looks like Ari is trying to find. Ari might run into Sova. Ari gets the...
Oh! Blizzard takes out Ari. That is huge. That is huge right at the end there.
Did Jet just, like, shoot through the guardrail?
Yeah, that is a guardrail shot. I mean... What do the kids say nowadays? Clip it?
No, that is super unfortunate. And honestly, I don't think we really lost much for that round. And that is still a win. That is still a win on the round, and that is still one round closer to closing out this game. So whether Ari did die, that's okay. It happens.
Ari will come back to that.
Oh, absolutely. Again, Ari is one of those players that is just really well in the long game. Can really stick it in there.
A vengeance.
Let's see. Let's see if we can... Kudos peeking down long. See if we can get a pick off. Although Clark gets the pick on Kudos, looks like they're going to be uncontested on the B. Although I don't know if they know this. They have the Viper wall down if they're going to activate it. Now they do. Looks like they're going to be planning Spike.
And Clark is one more kill away.
And Mona in mid picks up Blizzard. Picks off 707. Ari gets
Dash
fly.
takes out Ari. Dash takes out To the Moon. I mean, that team chemistry right there, though. They took out 3 out of their 5
players. Watch here, right Dash. He got the 2 picks off Mona and Ari. Looks like they're going off a high here, trying to see if they can get the clutch. Although I don't think so. It looks like
Curse has done the deed. He has beaten his best game for the season.
Well, if I'm gonna be honest, that's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna clutch that. Curse is gonna shut you down. If he's not, I mean, at both the people that were also alive, there's no way they're letting that happen. I mean, we had absolute control of that
Coulson doing really good right there. I mean, generally, I feel like all 5 of these players today might actually exceed to their potential.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, again, these players that we have, they're not just saying, oh, well, whatever, we're okay at the game. I'm not going to try and improve. They improve every single day, and you see it in the way they play. It's so fun to watch.
I mean, especially considering Clark is 1 kill away. 1 kill away from his best for the season.
Ooh, Kudo really pushed up. Ari's going to see Peek.
Oh, Creep takes
Peeks
out
on the
Kudo.
Creep.
Creep just said, "No, you're not gonna peek on me today,
Listen,
buddy."
Conga line down through mid. Sage gets
707
one on
takes
Clark.
out Clark.
Gets picked off. Oh, by Curse.
Curse takes out
also-
7-7, and Zipline
Zipline
takes out
does
Curse.
no. Mona. Okay. This is more interesting. Oh,
and
and Blizzard with the
Blizzard
flank.
That was a beautiful scenario situation right there. Oh, and Blizzard takes out Creep. It is a 2-on-1 scenario.
This is a very unfortunate and weird round. Ari's going to have to clutch his 2v1.
I mean, the spike is down.
Control in sight. They don't know where she is. Looks like they're going to be peeking together. Ari, is she going to pull this out? Gets the jet.
Ari with a beautiful double kill right at the end. Clutch round for Ari.
And look, wow, look at her. She's like, yeah. Wow.
Not today, New Haven.
I mean, you know, I was only talking about Clark here about being explosive, but like everyone here is explosive.
Oh yeah,
Not
absolutely.
just Clark. Oh my god.
I mean, Ari has their moments. I mean, Creep's always gotten that moment.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there are no
He
words
just
to
shines.
say about Creep. We all know how good he is. Clark, though.
Clark.
I
Oh
mean,
my gosh. But
Jeez.
Ari there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A terrible misplay by New Haven, really giving up there. They had all the cards, and Ari just said no, destroyed the table.
Yeah, I mean,
Looks like Creep is going to try to get a pick on here. Blizzard.
Ooh,
Clark moves up, gets a pick on Zipline.
Clark takes out Zipline. Blizzard takes out Clark. Dash takes out Creep.
Oh, with the poison.
Oh, and Dash takes out Ari as well. It's a 2-on-4 scenario.
Dash with
It's
5.
really bad for-
Coulson. Does he get the dart? No. Mona in the Viper Cloud.
It's a really unfortunate situation for Point
This
Park here.
could be. Does Mona know that Blizzard is right beside her? Coulson.
Oh no,
Does not
707
get the
takes out
trade. Mona
Curse. To the Moon is going to plant.
on a 1v3.
No, but she takes out Dash, and Blizzard takes out To the Moon. That's a good way to come back from New Haven. I mean,
Absolutely.
like,
These past couple rounds, it has been very, very rough for New Haven, but I mean, they really came out, they won their duels, and you know what, they won that round. But I still think that round was entirely winnable. Didn't shake out our way, and you know what, that's fine, it happens.
absolutely. And now we can see that with the kill/death ratio, Clark has exceeded his best game for the season.
Wow, yeah, he has.
18 kills, 13 deaths. I mean, better than Texas Tech from the other stream.
A very, very good game from Clark. Looks like we're going to be going through a split push here, just kind of poking and prodding. Jet, Blizzard really pushing up, trying to test the waters. See Coulson. They see Coulson, although they're not able to react in time. They're pushing up through mid. Are they going to see that Kudo is near box?
Ooh, and
Ari
tries to
gets
get the
jump
kill.
scared. Ari trying to see. Creep trying to pick him off.
Creep takes out
does.
Kudo,
Wow, and they have full control on B site.
and they're gonna plant. Creep looks like
Curse is going to run into someone here. Looks like that's Sage. Wow, Clark gets a pick on Zipline.
Clark with a pick on Zipline. That's big for Clark.
Ryan watching the
Oh,
flank.
and Curse takes out 707. It is a 5-on-2 situation.
Dash?
Oh,
Wow.
Dash takes out Clark, but Dash gets eliminated by Cursed.
Blizzard, final person, has to make a huge clutch here. 4v1. They can't just stay here. They have to go. So they know someone's up here. See if Clark can get her.
And
Clark does.
Cursed.
Wow.
That was Cursed, actually.
Oh my gosh, that was Curse. You know what? You are right.
Cursed with a triple there, though. That was a beautiful, beautiful gameplay by Coulson.
Very well played by Coulson there. I mean,
They're all splash players. I mean,
we can't even understand that. It's like none of them are role players.
that's like taking the top 5 players in the NFL or the MLB
Oh
and
my
putting them all
gosh.
on a team.
God, there's no sixth man on this team.
Oh,
they are
absolutely.
all. Oh my God, they are all court players. My gosh, absolutely balling.
Absolutely. Let's see how many more kills we can see.
Looks
Clark
like Kudo
get.
is lining up here. Could get a huge pick with a Rain Eye stops him. He teleports out into a Viper.
I mean, one more win away, and Point Park can put this first round to the dust.
KJ goes out, trying to force him off A. Kudo and Viper, they're really sticking here. They're really trying to find a pick, and it looks like they're going to be going out here soon.
Attacker Killjoy right off the bat.
Clark really pushing up here, trying to look for the Viper. Viper's stuck. They get 2 players detained. Oh, Zipline.
Oh, Zipline takes out
It's the
Clark.
tag on Zipline.
But it's too late. It looks like Creep is going to be planning the spike.
Wow. Now they have full control of site. Now they have to play it back.
Well, Creep takes
with
out
the wall
Blizzard.
bang
707
with the res.
with
Oh
the
my
res on
gosh.
Dash. Dash is back up.
Wait, they're right beside each other.
Creep takes out 707. Oh, but Dash takes out Creep.
Dash takes out Mona.
Maybe this was a good resurrection.
Can Ari take out Dash? He does.
Ari takes out Dash. Kudo takes out Princess Ari.
Coulson's playing all, but he gets
Kudo
he gets
takes
caught by
out
the
Curse.
chamber.
And a beautiful round by New Haven right there.
That is just wow. That is
Really upsetting.
That is just super unfortunate. I mean, we have very good control of that site. And you know what? Again, they just won their duels. They played it very well, and they played around each other.
And honestly, I think that one resurrection, what was it? Blizzard on Dash?
Yes.
Dash, you know, coming back right there really put a stop to Point Park.
Absolutely. They had to res there because one more round and they're gone. So you know what? That was a desperation play and it worked out for them. However, we have both dual assaults and Jet and Creep, and if I have any faith in anyone to do anything, it's going to be definitely Creep and Clark. Looks like Kudo is going to be looking down through box, so they're going to be playing it safe since they've seen that Viper wall. Going to be playing behind it. Cursed uses Soviet drone. Looks like Mona and Ari going through mid, trying to see if they could catch anyone off guard. Looks like they are pushing up. Clark gonna run into Kudo. Gets the flick on Kudo.
With a beautiful kill on
Gets
Kudo.
the smoke out, stops that line of sight.
He breaks his season high, and he still wants to keep going.
Still wants more. Looks like Clark can also find another in Blizzard if he peeks, although he's not gonna be able to peek in time.
Yeah, Blizzard looking like they're gonna go into the middle here and try to.
It looks like as well, Ari and Mona are gonna be pushing through mid to get Jet, and Ari catches Jet off guard.
Ari
gets a pick on
kills Blizzard.
Mona is gonna run into someone here. Run into Sage. Mona gets the pick on Sage.
707 down.
Just gonna be running into Viper. Clark gets the
takes
pick.
out Dash.
And this is a 5v1.
Hey, one more kill away from total victory. And Clark takes it for the W.
Yo. Are we gonna talk about that?
That was a
Hold on.
beautiful gameplay by Clark.
That was a little shit ass they did. That was. I'm just speechless.
I'm speechless, especially by Clark's gameplay right there.
That last kill, he went up, dashed over, dropped down, boom. Oh my god.
Like a triangle effect.
Oh my, dude, that was insane.
Absolutely.
Wow. That was, I mean, even just talking overall, that was just wow. That was an amazing game of just evolution of our team adapting to theirs and back and forth. And again, you will see these rounds where you think that we've won, they come back and they play and they win. And again, vice versa. Right. And I think we've had more rounds like that where, you know, it's looking down. We don't really look like we can win. And then boom, we're out the gate. We're on.
And the story that's developing, especially in this game, I mean, between all 5 players on Point Park's team, I mean, with their story and with everything that's going on right now, it's really coming together.
Absolutely. And I think, again, a game like this is going to carry over where New Haven is not really going to feel like, you know, they have the momentum going into the second game, because winning the first game is super important. I mean, obviously, you don't want to lose the first game and just be like, well, whatever. You know, you want to win that first game. You want to keep it going to the second game. And our second map is going to be Ascent. And going into that is also one of our very strong maps as well, along with Icebox. And again, kudos to New Haven and kudo to Kudo.
All right, kudos to him.
But they also played a very good match there. Again, Kudo, amazing on Chamber. He really, you really felt his presence. But again,
and Dash. I mean, Dash was a wonderful player.
Dash was doing really good that match. But again, pretty much anyone on our squad, you feel like could just, like, you know, shoot off like a rocket. It was insane.
I mean, we are a game changer.
And again, like, if we remember early on the round, you know, Creep was kind of getting a lot of the kills, kind of like, you know, really taking the team through the motions here. And we were talking about Clark and how he was explosive. We really hadn't seen in the first couple rounds. He was kind of biding his time. And then you see just boom, he just gets that 4K, he gets a 5K. Just insane.
Yeah, and that ace is huge for Point Park University.
Absolutely. I mean, again, that stuff carries, especially on teams that don't have good mentals. And I felt like maybe New Haven wasn't a team that had bad mentals, because you could really see how they could really bounce back. We seen that, because obviously I got contradicted there when Clark got his 5K and then they won 2 rounds after that. And you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it, but whatever.
Yeah, take full blame.
But I mean, you could tell New Haven is not a team to mess around with. They don't have bad mentals. They play well and they play together.
Yeah, these two teams, I mean, it's like putting 2 teams that have the same type of gameplay, putting them right together and see what happens.
I mean, because again, you can never expect anything from either team. Because again, we saw rounds where either team played super passive, trying to bide their time, waste time, try to fake the other team out. And then you see other rounds where they're up in their face, they're aggressive, trying to get that early pick. They're trying to kind of put them on the back foot for the rest of the round. Then you see it's just a variety of strategies being used, and it's just like a game of 4D chess.
I mean, yeah,
it's beautiful to watch.
It's a chess match right away.
But other than that, we are going to be going into game 2 here relatively soon. Map Ascent. Trying to see how close it'll be, but again, very exciting map there. I'm trying to remember my favorite kind of sequence there. I think Clark's 5K where he just wide peeked that sage wall and it's just like boom, he gets it.
And we're gonna wrap it up here for the next round. Take a little break. Alrighty. Absolutely. We are fully back.
Back, baby, back ribs.
Baby back ribs.
Baby back ribs. So, yeah, that was a intensely fun game one. Again, big explosive plays from Clark, big explosive plays from Ryan, and hopefully we want to see them kind of replicate that kind of success in game two. And I think, especially on Ascent, one of our very stronger maps, and the map that they chose since they were the second pick, that I don't think they're going to really have a problem here.
I mean, this is a possible 2-0 scenario for Point Park University. Knock on wood.
That's what we love to hear, and that's what we love to see.
Absolutely. I mean, we just talked to the team not too long ago, and they were really excited about playing.
Smiles all around.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we had to give them their dues. We had to visit everyone and just be like, oh my god, like, dude, how do you do that?
Like, I mean, some of the players that we have on this team make me speechless every day.
Absolutely. It's kind of, you know how, like, when you just watch sports and you watch someone just so good or just do something so insane, it's just like, wow.
Yes, all right. And it looks like we're moving on to Ascent. We check out that all the players are getting ready to go. Clark pulling out the Jet. I mean, Ari taking out Omen.
Looks like
to the moon.
Creep is still trying to see. Oh, wow. Look at with the Phoenix pick.
That is crazy.
And it looks like Curse going with the Sova. Clark again going with the Jet. I don't know if you guys could hear, but...
And a whole new, different lineup of operators.
A little bit. Yeah, we got a couple new operators, but especially from the Phoenix pick is very interesting.
A lot of different lineup operators on the New Haven side as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are looking at KO, Jet, Omen, Killjoy, and Sova.
Interesting.
That is a huge lineup.
Let's see. I just can't wait to see. Mm-hmm. It's going to be very interesting.
Especially considering the first round, they don't get much to choose from. They get really just pistols, silencers. I mean, I would prefer the silencer, especially to be quiet around the corners.
Mm-hmm. Trying to see, because a game like this with both teams who are really good at just adapting to each other, you just don't know who's going to win the first round. And the first round win is always very important. Because these two teams, again, they're adapting so well to each other, forcing new strategies and just forcing it out. And
that is a chess match, a beautiful chess match to be developed.
Hopefully we get the checkmate here on the end of this match.
I mean, we got the checkmate last map. Icebox was our checkmate.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Right. Clark sitting in tree, trying to see if he could get any peek off mid. They're all pushing for the mid. 3 going to be running into Clark here. Clark does get a little tagged.
Oh,
Clark. It looks like he's going to get picked off here.
Yeah, Clark in trouble. Ooh. And Dash with a kill on Clark. But Creep gets 707 and Blizzard takes out Ari.
Looks like they're going to be pushing in through spawn here. It's going to be a pretty bad spot for Point Park to be in.
4-3 scenario on New Haven part. Looks like the spike is down.
Creep moving up into tree. Cursed and Mona.
Cursed takes out Dash.
Wow.
Beautiful kill by Cursed.
Cursed and Ari moving up through top.
3-3 situation.
Blizzard right now is in hell. Omen and KO staying back out. Ooh. Creep trying to get that pick off from Sylvan Hell.
Oh, and Blizzard takes out Curse, but Creep takes out Blizzard.
Creep trying to finish it
off. Oh, Creep takes out... Woo, with a 4 right off the bat. Creep just takes out New Haven's offense. I mean, like, that is brutal.
This is playing out just like the beginning of last match, where he just comes out, and you know what? He comes out swinging. He swings for the... Oh, that's a little weird from Creep there. I don't know about that. But, again... He swings for the fences and nothing else. And you know what? That play style plays off so well.
I mean, let him enjoy himself. He really just is him.
He's just him. He's the embodiment.
He is the definition of the chosen one.
He's one of those players that I just would love to see to finish out in playing for Point Park and seeing his entire career. Because looking back, he's just going to be one of those players that you look back on and you look at his stats and you're like, no way this guy went here, right?
Yeah.
He's just one of those guys. Looks like Ari's going to try and get a peek here on the long.
And he does, but Dash kills Ari. Damn.
Clark is also going to be looking for a pick here. Clark Winning. Gets that pick off on Dash. Looks like Clark is going to try and get another one here. Backs off just a little bit. Creep gets another pick down. Now they're down 4 on 2. Looks like they're going to be playing a little bit back now.
I mean, and with the scenario, I mean, snipers are just brutal with Point Park University.
Very brutal. I mean, like, their precision headshots just hit.
And it's really just giving me, like, FaZe Clan Call of Duty.
FaZe optic battles, those trick
yeah.
shots. Oh. And the trick shots are just the headshots every time. Looks like 707 and Omen right now are kind of pushing up, trying to see if they get a B push here. However, I think Ryan and Ari have read that very well. Looks like they're pushing up. Ryan has a peek, a line of sight. See if he gets a peek. And Ryan gets a peek on Omen, and he gets... Oh, come on, get the second. If he doesn't, Ari's going to get the second here. Let's see.
Let's see how this gameplay works out.
Looks
And
like,
there it is.
wow,
Wow, to the moon.
Nice.
Hits the kill instead.
Okay.
All right, so kills to go around.
Yeah.
And they take a 2-0 lead.
And so far, I mean, it's, again, this is just like the repeat of map 1, where it just looks like Point Park is enforcing their will on the other team. And so, again, I think what Point Park has to kind of take in mind here, and what the audience has too, is that New Haven is not out of the game. Again, just like last match, they adapted and they came back and they won several rounds. I think they went on a 4-1 round streak.
Oh, yeah, and it was brutal for Point Park to
really
adapt.
have to watch here. Trying to see if Point Park can adapt to their adaption.
Or there's a
pre-adapt.
possibility that there is no adaption to adapt from, and Point Park just has them on the ropes.
That is true. That is true. Now, looks like Blizzard, again, they're going to be buying their time. They're going to be looking at a split push here. They're going very soft on A. Looks like Omen going to try and initiate through mid. So is KJ.
Creep on
Ryan,
that scope, man.
blinded, almost got picked off by their jet. Ryan gets out. Creep, kind of biding his time here, just waiting. They're pushing up into mid. It looks like Omen and his little cubby. Blizzard's going to run into Cursed here. See if Cursed can get the pick. Again, they're playing slow. They don't know that Omen there is in mid. Cursed. Oh, come on.
Oh, Curse changes his mind. I mean, this might just
they're
be
gonna
huge.
fight. And he
but-
catches him off guard, and so does Kudo get Clark.
I mean, blew the trigger right off the bat right there.
Gonna be pushing up into mid, going to
Curse.
B. B uncontested right now.
Curse was really slow on the trigger there.
Omen's running into mid. See if he can get the pick off. And Ari does not get the pick on Kudo. That is really not good to see.
I mean, they're not out of it though yet.
Not yet.
Creep
Ryan gonna be
into
running
the
into Omen. Get the pick on Kudo. Kudo. Oh my
That was
gosh.
beautiful.
Mona.
But the spikes looks like it's going to be planted.
Looks like Ryan's gonna be running into KO here. That's what we could do if he could get the pick, but
Oh,
doesn't.
Creep takes out Zipline.
Zipline not able to.
Good pick there. I mean, what is Tamoon going to do? Is she going to save or is she going to go into this battle? Oh, and no, Blizzard takes her out. That's a 2-1. Still Point Park lead, though, but like you said in the last game,
This is just like map
it's
1.
repeating itself. History is repeating itself.
And you know what? And again, we saw this. They're adapting. They're constantly adapting. Again,
yeah.
that is what Point Park has to take into account, is that, you know what? Every time we adapt, they're going to come with something right back. And so we just have to get better at those faster rotations, at faking them out, just kind of playing a style that throws them off. Because if you play a style that they know is going to happen, they could plan for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Right now, Creep on top of the order with 7 kills. Rest of the team 1. Looks like they're going to be pushing down through A. Creep going super aggro. Really trying to go. He popped his ult.
Creep
Gets a
takes
pick on
out
Jet.
Dash. Creep takes out Dash right there. That is a beautiful pick.
Looks like they're going to be pushing now into B. Seeing that, Clark trying to see if we can find anyone in mid.
They got Kudo.
Looks like Blizzard and Clark are going to look. Clark, if you could catch Blizzard off guard, I don't think so. But Blizzard going forward. Clark going back into their spawn. Looks like Curse is going to be on site right now. Mona and Omen on back, trying to see if they could catch everyone from
Trying to get
main.
some intel.
Exactly. This dart is going to be huge.
Oh, and here we go.
And Cursed is able to stop that teleport. Looks like they're going to be pushing on a site here. Ari gets one off KJ.
Ari gets one. Cursed and Creep get the other 2. And it's just a 1 out of 4 situation, and Ari takes advantage. He takes out Kudo, and that
Awesome
goes up
job.
3-1.
Wow, a very good team play there. They did not panic. They let them push into sight, and then as soon as they pushed in, they pushed right back. And you know what? It just crumbled for New Haven.
Absolutely.
What you love to see, this team play here from Point Park Esports.
9-1 creep, really high on the leaderboard. I mean, we're seeing a really like historic moment here.
Absolutely. Curry number level of kills here already early on.
I mean, what is that, a 4.5 KD?
Oh no, that's a 9 KD with just one death.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Looks like they're gonna be pushing heavy here into A. Ari and Mona kind of trying to buy time for people to rotate back. Zipline, it looks like they're trying to buy their time here, although I don't know if they really want to waste it.
And New Haven's trying to stick together. I mean, the better the team, the better the player.
Smoke down. Again, they're trying to just kill that time. Looks like they're pushing in, trying to get Ari off of tree door. Ari gonna swing here since the door's closing.
Creep
Ari
takes a zip line, and Ari gets picked by 707. All right, and Clark takes out 2,
with the
but gets taken out by Blizzard. Creep takes out Blizzard, though. Oh, Dash takes out Creep.
Wow.
And Cursed with the finish here. Takes out Dash.
Again, honestly, I couldn't really tell what was going on. It all happened in like 3 seconds.
I mean, and that's what you got to look for. This team, when they are together, their team chemistry is just like electrifying. You get a pick, they'll get a pick. They'll take your team apart as long as you get, the first shot off. Point Park gets the first shot off, they'll end with it.
Absolutely. It's just incredible just to see this happen. Looks like they're not going to be buying here. New Haven going to save for next round. Let's see. Jet's going to be pushing up into mid. Jet v Jet action. So is Ari and Tree. Creep trying to see if they're going to push here into B, although I don't think so. Dash pops ult. Trying to see, but Clark is able to get her off guard. Clark gets a second on Zipline. Clark is able to dodge, but is taken out by Kudo. They're going to be pushing into mid here, although they don't know that. Again, Ari's in tree. Now they know. Ari's going to be swinging, putting that like really necessary pressure. Sova pushing into through mid, just trying to stop that. I mean, you could tell they're really uncomfortable in this position here,
especially in a 3v4.
Yes. I mean, again, you're on a save round and just kind of like, your Jets popped out and it just thrown a wrench into their plans. Again, they're really kind of just waiting. They're really not doing much here, so kind of a slow part of the match here. Just kind of waiting, see if they can get a random pick off. Looks like they think they're going to be rotating the A, so Creep pushing back into A. Ari waiting. Looks like they picked up Spike now. Now they're going to be pushing into B, although I think we're pushing off site. I think now that we know they're pushing back on a B, Curse is playing this safe, trying to wait to see if they push up. Curse gets picked up by Kudo. Ryan pops ult. Ryan gets a pick off Blizzard. Ryan, Creep, trying to see if he gets another pick here. Gets saved by his ult. Creep. Princess R is able to stop Kudo. 707 is able to trade back with Princess. 707 trying to go for the plant, and he isn't able to. And Mona finishes it off. Wow. Really good round for Point Park Esports here. New Haven just kind of was just in such an uncomfortable position for so long.
Absolutely. I mean, that whole match had me in awe.
Yeah, I mean, like from the start to the finish, I mean, it was just all over the place. I mean, New Haven just felt like they just didn't know what to do, and it does look like we're on a timeout as well.
Yeah, probably a New Haven timeout. I mean, going off, what is it, 4 or 5 wins there?
Yeah.
5-1. Oh, that's a
not a good start for New Haven. Amazing for Point Park, but again, not really good for New Haven.
Yeah, and I mean, like, what is New Haven gonna do? I mean, what do they have to do to beat this Point Park chemistry? I mean, we're not a huge school, but we do got a huge heart.
Exactly. And so I think we're still trying to wait and see the kind of comeback from New Haven. Because again, the first 3 to 4 rounds were so similar to map 1. And I still think that if we don't watch and if we're playing too comfortable and kind of letting them get into their groove again, they're going to come back, win those rounds, and it's going to become a game again. And I don't think we want to let them back in.
Yeah, we want to continually to grind on this chess match that we have been basically winning all
Absolutely.
game.
We don't want to leave this door open, and we definitely want to close it on them. But
Absolutely.
if there's any team that I think can do it, I think Point Park Esports is able to do this. Right now, back out of timeout. Let's see.
Yep. And we see what's going to go on here. I mean, not too much. Start of the round.
Ari in the corner with a shotgun. We've seen this before, and it has been deadly.
Ari with a shotgun. I mean, just like Kudo, but better.
Her kind of weapon. Oh my gosh.
I mean, she's deadly with a shotgun.
Ooh.
Let's see what's going to happen here. Blizzard trying to move up here. Ari sticking in place. And Clark takes out 707. Really good pick by Clark right off the bat. Creep takes out Blizzard. Can we see a possible team effort here?
Looks like Omen and K are going to try and force their way through tree uncontested here.
Oh, absolutely.
They know Creep is in Arch.
I mean, what can Kudo do?
No.
Kudo takes out Clark with a triple. Takes out Ziply and Kudo. But losing to the moon in the...
It looks like their Jet is playing a very good game here of...
and Ari takes out Dash. I mean, you could hear him laughing in the background. He knew that was a terrible mistake on Dash's part.
So it looks like we're also going on a tech pause because I don't think Jet was playing hide and seek there. I think they disconnected or something.
Yeah, we look like we're going to be on a technical issue here.
Tech issue. It's all right though. It happens. You know what? We've had those in the past, and you know what? We stay respectful, and if it happens, it happens. You know
I mean, really, we really can't trust like electronics nowadays. I mean, you know, it depends on the internet access, and it depends on like what really happens. Like, say a random wire gets unplugged on accident. You know, we can't really trust the issues with electronics, and sometimes that will happen.
And you know what? I mean, there's just so many things that could go wrong, from server issues to issues with the internet you're using, and again, like you said, more. Like technical malfunctions with your computer. It happens. And you know what? We just move on from it. And you know what? We'll take that round.
Yeah,
we'll take that round.
We'll take that round. New Haven will have a quote-unquote tech timeout, and they'll, bring their team together and see if they'll adapt to Point Park's defense.
I think this also gives, again, like you said, gives New Haven time to also talk among themselves about Point Park and how to kind of fix that. It also gives Point Park to kind of step back and just see, all right, what's going on? What is our situation? What do we have to do now?
And I mean,
because right now it's like, what, 6-1?
I mean, I think they're in a pretty comfortable situation, if you do say so myself.
I mean, again, you do not want to be down 6-1 in any sport.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In any sport. I mean, again, New Haven can absolutely come back, but, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. They're going to have to go, again, on a very long streak here, and I think that's only going to happen if Point Park lets that door open.
Yeah, and I don't think they want to let that door open. I think they want to swallow the key and lock it all away.
Absolutely. And you know what? If they don't do that, it makes the game more interesting. I don't care.
And we get to stay here.
Absolutely. We get to even watch more Valorant.
We get to do our job.
Exactly. We get to watch more Valorant, do a job that we love to do. And
absolutely.
It's just fun to watch. I mean, again, because like watching these people, they're not just students who go to some university in Pittsburgh. They're college students who are personalities. Because I know it might be hard for the audience to kind of see from us, but these people we know, and they're awesome. These people, they come in, they play day in and day out, they practice, they scrim, and these people, they do a lot for this program, and they do a lot for their teams and for each other.
And really, I'm hoping that next year that it continues this way, and maybe we can get some more players.
Oof, I think it was a primal scream.
Yeah, that sounded like a leader scream.
A leader scream. I like the sound of that. I like the ring to it.
Like the alpha scream, like bringing his team together, really just roaring up his team right there. And you can tell that Creep is hyped.
Yeah, you can see everyone smiles around. Very, very, very high mental here. And so, again, we're going into this, and we have really good mentals. We have a very good streak here going on. I think the enemy team's gun situation is actually not too good either, which also puts us in a very good position because they're going to have to practically forfeit rounds unless they have really good save round. They're going to have to forfeit rounds just to get back onto the bye.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And right now we are in the tech timeout situation. We have no information on what's going on. So let's see where we're getting at.
We should be getting back here in the next like couple minutes. But again, they sort it out. It happens. Happens to the best of us. You can't really do much about it. But again, kind of going off of that, 6 rounds to 1. I mean, you don't really want to let that door open again. You really want to shut out this game. And if we see the shutout, that is spectacular. Because again, I feel like we're going to really be seeing a lot more of Creep and a lot more of Clark. These guys have been very, very critical in really just catching these people off guard. And again, not to say that Mona or Ari or Curse is not doing their part. They absolutely are. But it is just insane how explosive Clark and Creep can be almost consistently. You know, maybe not round to round, but it's almost just like every other round. It just like, it comes out of nowhere when maybe Creep isn't doing good one round. Here's Clark or here's Ari. That's what I love about this team. It's not just top heavy. It's not like, Creep's the only good one and everyone else is kind of like just here to like mess around.
Oh yeah, no, we have a splash of a team.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're all splash players, especially the ones, who you never really hear out of like that comes out of anybody's mouth, but like randomly just show up and are just electrifying.
Yeah. I mean, and again, it's not just Ryan. It's not just Clark. It's everyone.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes this so fun to watch.
And it looks like we're going back into the game. Tech timeout is all cleared up. We are back in it.
Oh, and again, like we said, it does look like their gun situation. They are going to be on the save, or at least a soft save here. By Sheriff's, a Guardian, and 1 Ghost with light armor. This is going to be very tough for New Haven.
Absolutely.
Because they're practically, again, if they don't play this round well, which is kind of hard to with, not great guns.
I mean, they're ooh, and Clark takes out Kudo. Dash, though, takes out Clark.
Trade.
Absolutely beautiful trade there. Ooh. Ari with a double. Ari takes out Dash and Zipline, but 707 takes out Ari. Creep, though, on the kill.
Gets the pick. Now it's a 3v1. This is a really bad position. Although 707 with the Vandal now and the Diffuser. Does Creep know that 707's in sight? I think he knows. He's looking.
Oh, Creep gets absolutely blasted by 707, and 707 looking to get the plan off for the 1v2 scenario. I mean, don't take New Haven out of this battle. They are all ultimate heavy right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they are all ultimates.
Let's see. Mona going from Heaven. Curse going from Tree. 707 in Hell. Looks like Curse is going to be the first contact. I think they know that they're in Hell. Cursed. Mona is going to be peeking.
Oh,
Mona
707 takes it out.
Curse is going to try and get half.
No, Curse is going for the Ninja.
Ooh.
And he gets it done!
Wow.
Curse takes out 707.
Wow.
Beautiful play by Cursed. I mean, when it comes to splash plays, like you said, Cursed, Coulson just comes out of nowhere, and that Ninja Diffuse says it all.
I mean, like, again, that's just how you catch the enemy off guard. Because, again, the typical play, you play it at half, and then you try to see if you can swing him. No, he just sticks it, and the other guy doesn't know, and then boom, you get the round, and you get the pick.
Absolutely, and that is a beautiful play by Cursed. 7-1.
Wow.
That was a really good earned win.
That is how you play that round.
Absolutely, especially when they were all the way up in the top. They went down to the bottom, then came right back on top.
Absolutely. It looks like they're having a heavy push here onto B. Let's see. Gonna be very low at the start here. Not doing much here. Jet kind of poking and prodding. They do get the dart out, so they do know someone is pushing on B, although they don't know how much. Oh, Cursed. Putting out his drone. That's going to get shot immediately, and he knows, okay, there are people in, and it looks like they're going to be pushing here. Clark. Let's see if he can get a peek here. They pop the KO ult. Dash is in. They do close the door. Oh, let's hope. Let's see if, Curse does get picked. Oh, and Creep does get a pick off Dash. Looks like everyone is now on main site. They're going to be planning the spike here. Creep up and door. They do pop the KJ all really, really early. I don't think this is really going to do much for New Haven here. Oh, it does look like Creep just get the pick on Zipline. brings it down to a 3v3, much more manageable. And now they're backed into a corner. Creep can really push this. Creep does not get to pick off Blizzard, but Princess Ari does get to pick off Blizzard. Ari trying to push back in again. Gets tagged. Omen. Mona gets to pick off Omen. 7-7 in a really awkward situation. Gets picked off by Creep. Wow. That, again, I'm just
Splash
speechless.
plays by the team. I mean, team effort right there, team chemistry.
Wow.
They trust each other, especially that situation where Ari and Creep kind of swap places.
Exactly. They just play off of each other. Everyone on this entire team plays off of each other. When you think this one person's going to get the kill, the other one is. It's just like it doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's just like it's just like you take one person, you think they're gonna kill, like this is the easiest kill, and then all of a sudden it switches hands.
It's just
to another
so
person.
like out of nowhere. And I think the biggest problem for New Haven last round was that KJ ult. And it's just like, I think if they didn't pop it that early, I think they really would have had a better advantage that round.
I think they were just really trying to waste time.
Absolutely.
Now it's 8-1 situation. I mean, is this winnable?
I mean, anything is winnable, but honestly, you really don't want to be. Wow.
And Clark with a beautiful pick right off the bat takes out Zwitbly. And we check, Clark is getting a little peek there. I mean, 707 trying to play on the offense.
Again, on the back foot, New Haven.
Yeah, I mean,
This is so tough to play from.
absolutely. Clark still checking out that scope. That's a really nice angle.
Come on.
I mean, Clark.
Ooh.
Oh, Clark gets. Someone takes his angle away.
Smokes it off.
Yeah, that's really bad for him. Dash is they're wasting a lot of time though. I do see that they're wasting a lot of time. Dash caught in the smoke there.
Looks like Ari's going to be kind of playing them in tree here. Let's see if Ari can really play this.
Blizzard gets the pick on Creep. Clark takes out Kudo. 707 takes out Clark though, and that's a really nasty pick. 3v3 scenario. 707 gets taken. No, takes out Ari. My apologies.
Ooh, unfortunate situation right now for Point Park Esports.
Yeah, 3-2. I mean, they can lose a couple, but I mean, you don't want to be like that. 707 takes out to the moon. Curse takes out 707. Can Coulson clutch?
2v1.
The clutch kid. Can he do it again?
Coulson clutch?
Oh, Coulson clutch.
Oh.
Let's see it. Curse trying to look for Dash.
Okay.
Does he see?
Ooh,
Oh, trying to
get the dart off.
Trying to get some intel. He sees where Dash is. All right, let's see what's going on. Gets another arrow off. He sees both, but Dash is quick to the gun. Takes out Cursed. That would have been a beautiful entry for Cursed to be a clutch right there.
I will give credit to Dash there on New Haven. I think they played that really well. They didn't swing it because they knew if they did not have the advantage.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? I think that's what won them around, that kind of discipline. And I think that's what they're going to need in order to really come back in this game, because again, they're down really bad. And so that's just going to do a lot. That's really what they're going to have to rely on here. And it looks like they're going to be pushing for at least into B, although again, they're really biding their time, really switching this up here. Sova kind of prodding at A, trying to see if he can force a rotate from everyone out of B. It looks like Ryan is pushing up there. Gonna get the pick off Dash. Although Curse trying to pick off 707 gets picked himself. Looks like Ryan is Creep backing up into backside. Trying to see if they're trying to push aggro, but they're not. It's very interesting.
And we got two rounds left until the switch of attacker and defense. So let's see what Point Park can do. If they can get up to 10 wins, this could be big.
This is also, again, a very risky play to play it this slow. Because, again, they don't have control of A side. Oh, that may change. Blizzard gets a pick on Mona. Blizzard is going to run into Ari here. Ari is watching from tree. Ari's blinded, and Ari gets picked by Kudo off of the flash. Clark peeking Blizzard, does not get it off in time. Clark just barely escapes with his life. 3 people peeked him at the same time. Looks like Creep is pushing into tree. Creep is picked off by Ziply. Clark gets the pick off Kudo and gets picked by Blizzard in turn.
And that's a really good gameplay right there by New Haven. Like you said, the adaptions that they do, and right there, I mean, trying to take as many wins as they possibly can from this defensive-sided matchup. They might not be attack-sided, you know? They might be just defensive, and they're trying to get as many wins as possible.
Like I said earlier, I mean, like, it's such a risky play to waste that much time. But again, they caught Mona on A site just off guard, and then they pushed in, they won the site, and they won their duels.
Absolutely.
See, pushing 5 here on A. They might take their time here, although Ryan is ready for anything. If anyone's going to get a kill, it's going to be Ryan.
And Creep takes out Zipline, but Dash
Gets
with the trade. Ugh, trade right there, right at the beginning. I mean, that's really brutal.
Still keeps that at 4-on-4, but we do lose sight, which is not good.
Yeah, that is a very bad thing for our Point Park defense.
Jet on top. I don't know if Mona knows. Looks like Jet is going to be looking for Ari. Ari already is looking there.
Oh, and Ari gets taken out by Dash.
But Mona knows. Mona knows.
Oh, but Clark and Curse get taken out by Blizzard. It is all up to the moon.
Oh, yep, popping KJ ult.
And Defender Killjoy.
But it does look like they're going to be taking it out with Silva ult, and it is. Ooh, they're really forcing their hand. I mean, they have to go all out on this last round.
And I think in this scenario, in my opinion, I would just try to save. I mean,
it is the last round, though.
That is the last round.
He'll switch, so they just have to play it.
Yeah, they have to play it. Really, you can't do anything. To the moon. Yeah, Dash gets the 3. And that's 4. That's 3 back-to-back wins for New Haven right there.
Yeah.
So Point Park really needs to switch up their strategy. However, they are going into attack.
That is absolutely true.
So they might already have a little bit of weapon on their sleeve, and they might have been just getting a little bit more comfortable, considering they have this huge lead.
And again, they do really need to watch and not let themselves be complacent, because again, if they do, that really lets New Haven back into the game, and that's probably what we really saw there.
Yeah.
Where New Haven, they really have to take a lot more risks now that they're down so many rounds, and it's really turning in their favor, although I think Point Park is really going to come back here and come back swinging.
Yeah, and really we saw this in the Windsor match. Yeah. We saw this in the Windsor match, that really this is what happened. You know, Point Park tried to change their strategy up, and they got the first win. Windsor got the second win, and it was just
Park pushing on all 5 on A. Dash trying to get a pick. Looks like they're really going to try and peek again, although they don't. Omen playing it close. They're playing really aggressive here. Silverdart goes out. Clark trying to push something. Gets picked up by Zipline. Oh! Ari gets picked up by Dash. Oh! Dash gets picked up by Cursed and Kudo and Zipline.
1v4 scenario.
1v4. This is not the way that Point Park wants to start on attack. This is not good. Mona all alone on an island. Does take out KO. Zipline is going to be pushed by Omen, but although I don't think she knows. Maybe she does hear him. I think the alarm bar does go out. Are they going to play aggressive on Mona here? Mona. Let's see what she does. I don't think she knows what their line of sights are. Mona going to run into Omen here. She does get the pick. Ooh. She's just watching flank. And she does get picked off by KJ. And you know what? It happens. And you know what? Again, they keep it lighthearted. They don't take anything to heart. And again, I think that's what is also contributing to these successes to Point Park is their good mentals. They don't let it affect them. If they lose a couple rounds in a row, you know what? It's fine. But you know what? We come back and we adapt.
Absolutely. And I mean, right there, that's a big scenario that they really just need to fix their strategy. I mean, New Haven has really just pounded this strategy that they just had and gone forward back to back.
Looks like they're hard pushing into mid here. Clark really putting it on.
Oh, and Dash gets the pick on Clark. That's huge for New Haven.
Point Park wasting no time. Although, again, on the back foot, looks like Creep is going to run into their KO. Let's see what happens there.
Oh, and Zipline takes out Curse. That's huge for New Haven.
Although, does he know that Creep is there?
Oh, he might not.
I don't think he does. He doesn't.
Oh, and Creep takes out Zipline. Doesn't see him coming.
Good trigger discipline. Okay. Creep brings it back a little bit into reach here.
Yeah, 4v3 situation. New Haven with
Mona's going to be running in near Sova.
Oh, and there's possible situation there. Blizzard, possible arrow? No.
I think they're going to be rotating into B here, yeah.
Yep, Blizzard, here we go with the arrow.
If they don't destroy that arrow.
That might be it. Oh, Blizzard. Really good discipline on the trigger.
He's really waiting.
Yeah, he is
wasting that time.
Strategically waiting. Who knows? Maybe
Point Park. They're taking way too much time here.
Yeah,
it's really risky. Oh, and they know they really have to push now. They don't know that Silva's deep down below. Ari, they have to initiate now.
Yeah, they really
Ryan
have to,
going out.
They really have to push here.
Ryan,
707 gets and a double, and now it's a 1v4 scenario. And Ari does not have much. And no, Blizzard takes out Ari. They are not out of this game.
No, this is not good.
New Haven is coming back, and this is the same thing that we saw from Windsor. You know, the same thing, back to back between the two, you know. And we might even go up to a situation where we might have a decider.
And it does look like we are taking another timeout. And I think this is very well timed because, again, we talk about not letting the other team kind of come back. And again, going back to Icebox, it was back and forth, where this is a little bit different, where we really took a very big lead early on. And now they're kind of coming back and they're really clawing their way back. And we just don't know what to do.
Yeah, we got to change up that strategy. I mean, them going 5 straight back to back to back, especially switching between attack and defense, we really got to figure out what we're going to do next.
Absolutely. I mean, it's hard to even keep momentum from defense to offense or offense to defense, vice versa. But even keeping that is very tough. And for Point Park, we cannot have that right now. And if we let them back in, they're going to keep that momentum and they're going to close out this game. And we're going to have to go into game 3, which, I mean, we don't want, but I mean, we would absolutely love to watch it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We'd absolutely love to watch it. But
absolutely love to commentate for it,
absolutely.
too.
But we do want Point Park to win, and we want them to win now.
Absolutely. I mean, 2-0 right off the bat would be perfect.
Absolutely. Looks like we're going back into the game now. Creep 20-8, Clark 12-11 at the top of the leaderboards there.
I mean, that's pretty good statistical-wise between the two.
It also looks like
duelists.
We are full buying here, and the other team is buying an assortment of kind of mid weapons here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to go all out here in the end and try to take this away.
Looks like they're super aggro on A. They're gonna be pushing Ari, although I don't think they know if Ari's there. Although Clark, they do know Clark is there. Ari gonna get picked by Dash. Looks like a big gunfight here. Looks like they're gonna be backing out here. Looks like they're also gonna be backing out here. Looks like they're gonna be pushing. They're gonna be pushing on to B here. They're gonna be putting the pressure on. Do they know that they only know that one is there in market? Nice. They're pushing it now. They're getting nice.
Yeah,
they're getting control.
There might be a spike plant here soon. There it is.
Very good. Very good.
Clark with the spike plant.
Now let's see.
This is really good. They're trying to keep their defense now because the other team has to play offense.
They got to play a very tight game here. Because, again, they're coming off of a heavy momentum off New Haven. Ryan playing very aggressive here. Does get picked off his ult, although, again, he is still alive. Mona playing in corner. Cursed almost gets a pick on 707, but isn't able to. Looks like Clark gets a pick, although the two are traded out. Creep is able to get one on Blizzard. Gets another on 707. Trying to see if they get another here on Kudo. Doesn't. Maybe on Zipline? He doesn't Zipline. And Mona catches Kudo off. Oh my god.
Wow, what a beautiful.
Catches Kudo off guard.
What a beautiful play right there. That was a beautiful round. They really needed that after that 5-0.
Absolutely. Kudo just got tunnel vision trying to look for Creep because, again, Creep has such a presence on the map. Wasn't looking for Mona. Mona in the corner takes him out, and we win the round. That is absolutely what you want to see from Point Park here.
Absolutely.
Wow. Very well played by Point Park here.
Yeah, and To The Moon really just, adapting in that situation. She may be on the bottom of the leaderboard, but she is a tough opponent.
Absolutely. Don't let the numbers lie to you. Again, she is also explosive, like anyone on this team. Dash.
All
might
right.
get caught off here in mid.
Yeah, let's see what's... Oh, and Dash takes out Clark, but Curse takes out Kudo. Good trade. I mean, that's two really good players right off the board.
Omen, Ari. Looks like they're going to be running into KO, although I don't think they know that A side is clear.
I don't.
Kind of just biding their time, waiting for people to come back. Looks like they might push here. Zipline gonna throw a grenade. Looks like they are doing also a rotate into A as well. New Haven. They smoke off Treyarch. I think they do know that they're going to be pushing into A here. Looks like Dash is
Yep, and it looks
up
like
in
they
heaven.
might be. Yep, they're pushing into A now.
Ari.
Ari is
Good
really in a
teleport.
good spot here.
Ari pushing into hell. Just kind of
Do they know Ari is down there, though?
I don't think they do. Oh, the Zipline catches Cursed off guard.
Yeah, Zedfly with a beautiful kill on Cursed. It is a 3-2 situation. Blizzard and Zipline taken back.
They don't know Ari's down.
And Dash takes out Ari. Unfortunate loss right there by Point Park. Good win, though, by New Haven. I mean, really, can we talk about that Blizzard and Dash and like situation? Like, they really play off each other.
I think currently, like, our problem right now is that they're just winning their duels. They're just winning them.
Yeah,
I think we just need to like play more as a team and play together and play off of each other instead of going for these one-on-one duels.
Absolutely, and if we look at the statistics right now, it really does look like New Haven is being the better team at the moment.
Let's see, they're going to be pushing 5 into mid here. Not going to be seeing anyone, although their Omen is in tree. Clark is going to be first contact here. He's got to watch. Looks like Omen's going to try and place. He does have a Vandal. He does get the pick on Clark. He is going to push off Paranoia. He is flashed. He's going to get picked up by Ryan. Creep.
That was a
I don't
good
think
flash.
they know. Creep gets the second pick off Zipfly. They're going to be pushing up into heaven. 2 in heaven, 2 in tree. Okay, looks like they're all pushing into heaven. They're watching it spawn. They take out Blizzard. Curse. Very good pick.
4v2
Creep
scenario.
drops- Oh, and he gets picked by 707. Although 707 also picks off Curse. They got to watch here. Oh, and they also pick off Mona. This is not good. Creep is watching for Jet. He's there. Okay, it's a 2v1. This is super playable.
Gets Dash.
Creep, he's going to be pushing Creeper, and they're planting. Absolutely. This is what you want to do. Take control of site, know that you have it, and you know what? You play it just like that. Because, again, if you're going to be playing these duels, New Haven is just playing really well off the duel. Creep. Watching Heaven. They smoke off Heaven. That is very good. Very good. Killing time here. Looks like Cage is going to be pushing through smoke. At least waiting to.
If only
Creep ready. Creep gets the pick, and that's a 4K off the round.
4K off of Creep. Creep is going crazy, and you can see
Wow.
on his face he does this little twirl thing on his head. He knows he's going cuckoo.
Oh my
Kudos to
gosh.
him.
Again, that is just one of those rounds where, again, he just explodes and he takes control. Where, I just don't even know how else to put it.
Absolutely. He's at a top of 27 kills. I mean, that is just brutal.
I think he's already topping his last game.
topping his last game. He's looking to get his career high, season
true.
high. I mean, if he can break his season high today, what is going to happen next season?
Gosh, I don't even want.
Maybe
I feel
possible.
bad for the other people trying to go against him.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, A site, totally uncontested.
Oh, that's really bad for New Haven. I mean, Ari going for the plant. It's looking perfect for Point Park.
This is not good for New Haven.
Absolutely. That was a really, really bad decision on New Haven's part.
Looks like Jet is going to be pushing from tree. Jet popped ult. They're pushing into site. You're going to try to catch Ari off guard. Ari not allowing it. Gets the headshot off. Although Kudo trades with Curse. Ari gets the pick on Zipline. 3-on-3. 2 in hell. Creep is able to get the pick. Clark another one. Creep and finishes it off.
What a beautiful team scenario right there. I mean, when you said that they have a really good team chemistry, that is the example.
They just play off of each other. And you know what? You know what they also did? They moved into hell and they say, no, you got to play to us.
Yeah.
You're not gonna force us. We're gonna force you.
Absolutely.
Incredible play by Point Park, especially from Creep and Clark.
really good defense discipline.
Absolutely. You love to see it.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Creep. It looks like he's 7 kills off of his previous best this season.
And they're 2 wins away, so do you think he can do it?
I mean,
They might even try to lose a round to try to get that kill.
Nah, Creep's the team player. He's the team leader. He sets the example. Although, again, Creep trying initiate here. Blizzard, he knows Creep's there. Creep, now he knows that Blizzard's there too. Pops the smoke. We're going to be stopped here. Blizzard just trying to spam. Kudo gets the pick on Clark.
That is huge.
That is huge.
And so, oh my gosh, Zipline gets cursed out of here. He says, not today, man.
Looks like they're going to be rotating back into spawn and through A to catch up with Ari here. Maybe make another A push because their A pushes have been pretty insane the past couple rounds.
I mean, especially considering that A site always seems to be uncontested.
Absolutely. I mean, they did learn from last round, but looks like they're going for the counter. Although I don't think that really did much.
That's huge.
Ooh, this might throw a wrench in their plans because again, New Haven, they're playing super disciplined.
And New Haven might have found a different scenario, a different situation to fix their, their problem of losing the past few rounds. They might know how to adjust from this.
Creep, he's gonna have to pull out his ult here, and he does, although he gets immediately picked. Mona trying to pick off Blizzard. Creep, he's really gonna have to pull something out of his bag of tricks, and he doesn't. Gets picked up by Kudo.
Oh, Kudo with a triple. And Ari takes out Blizzard, though. Can Ari clutch 1v4 scenario, or will Ari try to save?
Looks like he's gonna try, or she's gonna try.
Oh, and Ari gets Kudo, but 7 of 7 takes out Ari.
Good try.
Good
by
defensive
Ari.
round right there. New Haven really just adapted out of nowhere. Gave them 2 wins and then just completely adapted.
It's crazy how you see how they just kind of go back and forth and how maybe it wasn't as immediate as Icebox. Again, it's like one round. Again, Point Park, they played it so well. They really forced them to play against them. And then this round, Point Park, they just couldn't get anything started. They tried to fake him out. They tried to go the other side, then go back. And they just said no. And they stayed disciplined, and they played their map.
And I think that's just the mindset of a person. Really just, you saw what happened last round, let's cancel that out. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. And with the whole A site just being completely uncontested, they really fixed that.
Absolutely. And again, I think it speaks to the mental of these teams and how they're not giving up. Although, looks like Dash is in an unfortunate position, tries to dash out, gets the pick off Curse, leaves. Looks like it's going to be 4v5. Mona is able to get the pick off Kudo, which is huge.
I mean, that 2 to the moon Kudo situation,
Clark
I think it's
deep in
2-0.
enemy territory. Gets the pick off Dash, gets the pick off Zipline. Mona's in spawn, taking out Blizzard.
To the moon with a triple out of nowhere.
What am I watching?
Like I said, To the Moon is really, really good when it comes to splash plays, came out of nowhere. Don't judge her for being on the bottom of the leaderboard. She comes crazy.
I swear to gosh, I'm watching the game the entire time, and I see out of nowhere, Clark and Mona are just in their spawn. What happened?
I have no idea, but
someone enabled hacks on this game. Oh my gosh.
Hey, we don't want to say that now. They might actually think they might be hacking.
And you know what? We'll take that like a compliment. We'll take that like a compliment.
Because we don't.
we don't. We're just pretty good.
Yeah, we're just that good.
All right. Looks like Dash is trying to repeat their same success, although I don't think it's going to work. Clark pushing up with ult. Ooh.
Let's see what's going to happen. Clark with the arrows. Oh, tries to get a pick. No, doesn't get it. Attacker Killjoy. This is really good for the attackers. As Creep tries to push in. Creep tries to get the shot off. Misses. Dash is low, though.
They don't get the pick on Dash. That's huge.
Clark is trying to charge. Clark is being patient. I don't think they know Clark is there, though. And, Zipline and Blizzard take out Creep and Clark. 707 and Zipline. Princess Ari with 2, though. Takes 2 picks. Is a 2 out of 3 situation. Can Ari pull this out? Ari gets the triple on Dash.
Oh my gosh.
Is it possible for Ari to get 2 more
this is
for the ace?
Now.
Oh, and to the moon.
Now it's a one-on-one.
It's a one-on-one.
Ari.
Kudo with the defuse.
Does she know? Catches Kudo.
And Ari gets the 4, and it's over.
To finish it out.
Ari said, not today, boy.
Wow.
And beautiful win for Ari.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful win for Point Park University.
Wow. That's just wow. I mean, oh my gosh. That's crazy.
That's really crazy. And we're going to go on a break here in a second. Oh, yeah.
We won't be going on
We won't be going into a break. My apologies.
We are sorry. But, again, the end of that was absolutely incredible. I mean, again, Ari just had that round that Creep had a couple rounds ago where they just explode out of nowhere. And it's just, again, they carried, they just carry that round. And again, they just take Point Park for the win. And it's just, I'm just speechless.
I mean, when we really think about it, the ending there, the last two, To the Moon and Ari, the 8-hour gameplay that they do every day really just showed up.
It's, oh my gosh.
And that chemistry, the chemistry between the two, it's incredible, and now we get the win there. We beat them 2-0, take the win against New Haven, and what is that, 2-5 now?
2-5. And this is our last regular game of the season, which is unfortunate, but we'll be back next year. And you know what? This is going to be awesome. This is going to be even better next year.
And I think we got to the point where we're in the best situation we could be in. Having all these players being in together, just starting out together. This is their first year together. Mm-hmm. Next year they're all together again. What's to say they 2 times their score? So
we are hopefully we are going to be getting an interview with one of our players. Going to be Clark. My bad. I don't know why I keep mixing them up. I feel so bad. But you know what? We're going to be going to break first. And when we're back, you're going to want to see this.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be absolutely beautiful.
And again, Clark, amazing first game, and it's still a very, very good second game.
Beautiful season high right there, especially considering.
And we're back. And who are we joined by?
Clark.
Oh my gosh, it's Clark. Clark, I just want to say congrats on the Point Park win.
You.
Incredible first game. Incredible second game. I want you to kind of take me kind of moment by moment with that ace there on B side.
So I think the jet was pushing, and I killed the jet. And then they all just happened to be like next to the sage wall on the bomb. And then I just kind of held mouse 1, and they just started running into my bullets. And then I forget when I killed the other guy, but then I had my ult, so I just dashed and killed the other guy, the last guy. So felt pretty good in the moment getting that ace.
I think, again, your game 1 was just absolutely incredible. And I think me and Alex were really talking about this, how not only just you and Ryan, but everyone on the team is just explosive.
Right.
Where earlier in the game, you were kind of starting cold. You didn't really have any kills on the board. And then just out of nowhere, 4K, 5K. Like, it was just out of nowhere. And I think having an entire team like that is just really cool. And I also kind of want to ask you about the difference between the game 1 mental and the game 2. Where game 1, it was more of a back and forth. Both teams adapted really fast from round to round. Whereas in game 2, I mean, you guys went up from 8-1, and then they really kind of like pushed back onto you guys, and it was just like a very long and arduous game, a game of attrition. What's kind of the mental between game to game, and how that really affected you guys playing?
I think off of maps particularly, because like Ascent's played in such a specific way, but then Icebox is kind of like, it's a little different to me at least, especially when we're on defense. They started hitting B a lot on defense when we were on A. So, and we were just playing really passive on A. So then Ryan made the call, hey, let's just push up A because they're just going B. And then I think there was like 2 or 3 rounds. Me and Colson just flanked them, and we got them on flank. So yeah.
I think kind of like one of the more last things I want to ask you is that this is the last game of the regular season, and so this is the last game of your sophomore year, and so I kind of want to just ask you, what has it been like for the past 2 years playing for Point Park Esports, best esports team in the city, of course.
It's been awesome. I love it.
And kind of like, again, even going on top of that, what has been this chemistry like? What has the journey been from game one when Sunseri and Habibi had to step away and we had to bring in Mona and Artie? What has that also been like? What are the challenges and what has kind of been like stuff that you've learned as a team?
Challenges, we're losing 2 people and getting 2 new people, so we kind of have to like rebuild our chemistry. But I think so far it's been pretty good. We've been a lot more aggressive, I think, with this team to an extent that I've noticed, at least, especially because I'm playing duelist now. So it could be because of that, but that's why I think we're playing a little more aggressive, which I like.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, Clark. Thank you for talking to the people.
Yep.
I think we've enjoyed it, and go enjoy your win.
All right. Thank you.
Alrighty. Good luck.
Good luck.
We will see you guys some other later. You will see Clark next year.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get Alex back in the booth to kind of finish this off.
All right.
But Clark, thank you so much. Great game.
Thanks,
Again,
man.
great game.